show up, give people some time to get here. Hopefully we get some people. It's a bit later than usual for streaming, but we'll see. Alright. But yeah, so we're live. We're going to be playing some more Dwarf Fortress. Today we're going to be starting a new fortress. Good to hear the dog's feeling better. Yeah, she's a lot better now. I haven't been streaming for the last 2 days because my dog's been very ill, and I've been just at home looking after her and seeing how she is. We don't know exactly what's going on until tomorrow. She's going to go back to the vets then, but she's improved a lot over the last few days, so I've been kind of happy about that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the resubscription, Howie. Great way to start a stream. But yeah, you know, she's a lot better than she was. Like the day we got her back from the surgery, she was completely out of it. She was really ill, but she's recovered a lot. So you know, I kind of wanted to stream. I have this idea in my head for a fortress that I wanted to build. I just really wasn't able to until kind of now. So yeah, I thought we'd give it a go, and you know, we'd try and see how it goes. But yeah, like I say, I do have this idea in my head for a kind of fortress that I want to build. I've had it for about a week or so. We're going to be trying something today. I don't know if it'll work. It's a really daft idea. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing. So you'll just have to kind of watch, and maybe somebody can figure it out what my plan is. But we might need to do a few different starts. But yeah, is my microphone fine? Is all the sound fine before we really get into it? It should all be fine, I hope. I hope everybody can hear me fine anyway. But yeah, we're going to be doing something interesting, I hope. We are embarking here. I've already chosen a place to embark. This place might not be good enough. We might need to find somewhere else, in which case we'll abandon the fortress and start again. But we'll know pretty quickly if this is the right sort of place. So as you can see, normal neighbours. We just got dwarves, humans, goblins, elves. I can definitely fuck up my voice again. I'm sorry about that. I know it disappoints you every single time. But yeah, so it's tropical shrubland. Just a normal sort of place, not really that interesting, just warm. And we're going to have a stream as well, but that's not that important. Let's just embark. And we are going to prepare for the journey carefully. And we're going to take some miners and, you know, all the kind of usual stuff. I need to put some thought into this. I need to put a little bit of thought into exactly what kind of dwarves I'm going to take with me. But yeah, so I like to give myself challenges. I like to try and do specific things, maybe build a fortress using specific stuff, and that's what I'm kind of hoping to do today. But okay, what's the job? Okay, yeah. We'll be taking pretty standard dwarves though. I don't think we'll be doing anything that extraordinary here. We'll take a miner, and he can also be a mason. We'll take a woodcutter, and he can also be a carpenter. We'll take a dwarf who will be like a craft dwarf. He's going to do, I think he'll do, let's say he does stone crafting and wood crafting, so that he's got both of those skills. We'll take a dwarf who, you know, he's going to be our grower. He's going to grow some stuff for us. So why don't we give this dwarf some skill in brewing and some skill in growing. Then we've got another dwarf here. So we've got a crafts dwarf, a miner, a carpenter, a farmer, all the usual kind of dwarves. I think if we really want to start a good fortress, we're also going to need a dwarf to be a... I think what we need, let me just have a look on here, is... where is it? It's a bit hard. I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm trying to find the particular skill I'm looking for on the list. It's not on here, is it? Furnace operator, there we go. Yeah, let's have a furnace operator. I want to have a furnace operator, really good furnace operator from the beginning. And, we'll take some other skills as well. Just the usual kind of stuff. It's always good to have soap early on, so let's take a soap making dwarf. He'll make some soap for us. And, you know what, he can also be a presser. Okay, let's tab into here. We don't need to take 2 picks with us, we don't need to take 2 of those, we'll take 1 of each. And we're going to get rid of a bunch of this junk that we got here as well. Right, yeah, just get rid of all those. No, we don't need the quivers either. Yeah, so we'll take a presser. You never know when you're going to need anything pressed, you know, quite a pressing thing. And then why don't we take a herbalist as well, if I can find herbalist on this list of skills. And why don't we also make him a farmer as well? We'll make, okay. Herbalist, yeah, herbalist. We can make him a. We can make him an architect actually. No, we can make him a mechanics builder. We're gonna need mechanics as well. So that should be somewhere on here. That's mechanic. There we go, mechanic. Having herbalist is really useful. It's actually a really useful skill. It's not something that we really do much with very often, but again, we're trying something a bit different. I've spoken to Babalal in the chat. I don't know if I pronounced that right either. I know him by a different name, but I've spoken to him in the chat about my plan, so he knows what the plan is. But I'm hoping he's not going to spoil it. I don't want him to just announce what I'm planning to do, because I want to see if people can figure it out. So yeah, we'll see if people can figure it out. But we have got some interesting dwarves, and we're going to take some animals with us as well. There won't be any spoilers. That's good. That's good. My lips are sealed. Alright, why don't we take some geese with us? We'll take 3. 3 geese. We'll take 6 in total. That's a lot of geese. We'll take 2 cats. We'll also take 2 dogs. Why don't we take 4 dogs? We'll just have loads of dogs. And then we've got a load of points left over to spare. We've got our iron anvil. We've got our beer. We'll take some more drinks, I guess. We'll take some dwarven ale. Just a little bit of that, and we'll also take some dwarven rum. We'll take some of that as well. Now, is there anything else I can take? Here's a dirty trick for you, by the way. Here's a dirty trick if you didn't already know this. You see here, we can take sand with us. We can buy sand, and it only costs a single point to buy a little bit of sand. We could buy 1 of every single kind of sand and take it with us on embark. The reason you do this is because when the dwarves bring the sand to the fortress, they don't just carry like sand, you know, they don't carry it in their hands or whatever. They bring it in bags. So effectively, if you were to buy each of these, that's like 1 point for 5 different bags, you know. So that's something that we could do. I'm not going to do it, but it's something to do if you're kind of like min-maxing or if you're trying to do something specific. We'll probably need bags actually, so maybe I do want to do that. Nah, it's too sort of dirty in my mind. It's the kind of dirty thing to do. I don't know. Right, is there anything else I want to take? Sheets, no. Splints, crushes, miscellaneous. We could take some lye with us to start. I don't think I need to though. I don't really see anything else I want to take with me. I think that's basically everything that I need. Copper maces, no, we don't need any of those. Great horned owl, eggs. Yeah, that's fine. We could take some food, I suppose. No, we'll just take more alcohol. We're gonna need a lot of alcohol. Our dwarves are gonna be our dwarves will be spending a lot of time outside. It'll be a very stressful experience for them. But yeah, so those are our dwarves. We got all of our dwarves ready, and I guess the only thing left to do now is to I'm going to quickly save this embark profile. We'll make it just, I don't know, secret. Save that, and we'll name the fortress. I don't know, maybe we could have like clean Fortress. I like that name, Clean Fortress. This is the Clean Fortress, this is. We're going to name our fortress Clean Fortress. And yeah, I think that's everything that we need. So why don't we press E to embark and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't immediately crash or something like that. I mean, that's not impossible. There we go. And let me just turn the music off from the fortress. Air the lions get hungry, so there are lions on this map. But yeah, so this is our embark. This is our nice little place where we're going to build ourselves a fortress. The first thing we're going to do is pause the game, and there is in fact a mongoose there. It's fled. I think it fled from us. I don't think there's anything else nasty on the screen, no. A kestrel and a mongoose, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, this is where we are. What kind of animals do we have? We have, oh good, we've got a breeding pair of buffalo. That's actually really nice. Okay, date palm, desert lime, kumquats, date palm, date palm, date palm, willow, date palm, willow trunks, willow trunk, willow. This is the tedious part. I'm looking for a particular kind of tree. I need to see that there's a particular kind of tree here. I don't need many of them, I just need one of them. But I'm looking to see if there is one here. Custard apple tree, kumquat tree, round lime tree, bitter orange tree, Duran tree, willow trunk tree, round and lime tree, desert lime tree, willow tree, kumquat tree, custard apple tree, desert lime tree, custard apple tree. Oh, come on. Alright, desert kumquat tree, desert lime tree, custard apple tree. I don't see it. Bitter orange, date palm, kumquats, round lime, desert lime. Alright, is there anything over here maybe? There's two different biomes here actually, so we should be split across two different biomes. So although it might not be the tree that we're looking for is in one biome, it could be in the other biome. Yeah, willow tree here, desert lime tree, bitter orange tree, custard apple tree, durian tree. Yeah, it's not across here. Willow trees are all kind of going to be along there, aren't they? What about our plants? We have willow saplings here, date palm saplings, pepper plants, no. 2-grain wheat, pearl millet, pepper plant. Yeah, this doesn't look like the right location, unfortunately. We might be going back to the civilization screen to find a new embark almost immediately, because I don't think that this has the correct sort of plants. I don't think there is an easier way to check this ahead of time. I don't think there's a way that I can check and see what kind of trees a particular place has before I embark on it, other than just making sure that it's the right biome, which I believe this was. I believe this was the correct biome, but I'm not seeing the tree that I'm after here. No. I don't even see any of the plants that I wanted either. I could make do without the tree if I had any plants, but I needed plants as well. So yeah, muskmelons, those aren't it. Date palms, no. Eggplants, eggplants there. Cotton. Okay, so we got cotton. Is cotton one of the ones that we can use? We could use cotton, but I would love to see if we have the tree instead. That's the main thing that would really help. But we do have cotton, which is a bonus, I suppose, some sorts. Willow, yeah, just willow trees everywhere. I don't see any more up here. There's no like the ones hidden on the top surface or anything like that. There might be some on here, maybe custard apple trees, bitter orange trees. Yeah, kumquats, thick round lime trees. Okay, yeah. I think this is looking like a bit of a wash. It doesn't have enough of what I'm after, which is to say it has barely anything. So I think in this case we might have to go back to our embark screen and start over, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see any. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a bust, but you know, that is the unfortunate reality of Dwarf Fortress. Sometimes you don't get what you're after. So yeah, we're retiring that fortress immediately. We're abandoning the fortress to ruin. The settlement has been abandoned. But, you know, these things happen. Sometimes your fortresses just don't work out the way you want them to, and so you have to kind of start over. But yeah, a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm glad I saved my profile as well, the embark profile that I made, which means that I don't have to do that every single time. Each time I'm doing this, it makes it a lot easier. Okay, how many times do you reckon I'm going to have to do this? Say along, if you're still in the chat, how many times do you reckon I'm going to have to embark before I find what I'm looking for? I mean, we could have gone there, but I think there's exactly one plant there that was the right sort of plant, and only one of them on the screen that I saw. It didn't seem like a good place for it. It seemed like a pretty crap location, if I'm honest. I thought it'd be good, but I guess not. Alright. Let's go jump back into it and see if we can find the right place now. Oh yeah, you get this warning, by the way. We're using Lazy Noob Pack, by the way. If anybody had been waiting for Lazy Noob Pack to come out so that they could continue playing Dwarf Fortress again, a beta version of it has been released. It's for version 47.03. So you can play with Dwarf Hack and you can play with Lazy Noob Pack, but it is still just on patch 0.03. In fact, a new patch has come out since then, which is 0.4. So in fact, we're actually a bit behind in terms of updates again. But yeah, it's it'll take a while before there's like a really updated version. Hey there, Dennis. Welcome. I'm doing fine. We're trying to find a embark. We're trying to find a location for our new fortress. We're having a little bit of trouble with it though. We tried one location so far and it didn't have what we were after. But oh, that would actually be a really good location. But it's tropical Badlands, tropical Savannah. What was wrong with the previous fortress? The game was bugging out on me a lot, actually. A lot of things were starting to become buggy, and because they've updated the game and they've updated it again and they've updated it again, I wanted to go to a newer version of the game so that I could just start a new fortress. I also had an idea for a new fortress that I wanted to do anyway, so I have this idea for a fortress that I've been trying to, I want to give a go, and so I just thought that, because it was getting to a point where I knew that if I continued with the old fortress, eventually the game would just crash, right? It was going to crash. This might be the location, but there's only dwarves here. I do want to have elves. Sorry, I do want to have goblins nearby, at the very least. I don't want to have... I don't really want to embark next to zombies this time, but I do want to have... maybe we could find a location. No... okay, so temperature, I want it to be medium temperature. Actually, nah, stop that. I'll just look manually. Yeah, this is all. None of this is near to any goblins. It looks like there's a massive civilization here of some description. I think this is an elf civilization of some description. Goblins there. This is close to where we embarked last time. We kind of embarked over here last time. Our fortress was around about here. Tropical, coniferous forest, freshwater swamp. We do want it to be tropical. We don't want it to be a swamp though. We want it to be savanna or scrubland. So shrubland. Tropical shrubland. We've got... Oh, there's actually a fortress there of some description. The ways of enjoying. Oh, that's next to a tower though. I don't want to be next to a tower. What I'm planning to do would be really difficult if we embarked next to a tower. I mean, it's not impossible, but I just would prefer not to. It's one of those things. I would really prefer not to embark next to a tower. It would make my life a bit miserable. But I don't see too many goblins in this world. Maybe I've managed to generate a world without goblins. There are a few here and there, but not many. Right. No, I don't want it moist either. That was a moist place. We want it to be dry. Tropical savanna. Yeah, savanna. I think savanna is. I think this is the right place, right? I think that's fine. Tropical savanna. Okay, so we could hopefully have what we wanted here. Yeah, let's try it. We'll try this location. I think we're next to goblins here. Do we have 2 biomes here or just 1 biome? We actually have a tropical coniferous forest there as well, to our south. If we move the embark... In fact, we could have a big embark. We could have like a bigger embark than usual, which will give us more space to play with. Yeah. Use secrets, items, yeah, that's all fine. And then we will name the fortress. I want to give it the same name as the last one. Clean. Sorry, I can't see chat right now, so if like anyone's typing anything out, I just can't see it at the moment. Right, and then we will embark. Do a glacier start? No, we're not doing a glacier start. We're embarking in a tropical location. It has to be tropical. It has to be tropical. Either tropical savanna or tropical shrubland, and there's a reason for this. The reason is a secret. Maybe somebody can figure it out if they know a little bit about Dwarf Fortress. But it has to be either one of those two. So hopefully this is the right sort of place. Acacia, Highwood, Highwood twigs, mallow. Willows, we've got willows here, Highwood, whole bunch of trees here, a whole bunch of trees here. We got tea trees. We got finger lime trees. We got some more tea trees here. We got carambola trees. We've got plenty of trees down south. This is in the savannah. This biome is cut across into 2 different ways. It's a savannah and it's also a forest. So actually, I don't think that the tree that we'll need will be in the bottom section. If it's anywhere, it'll be near the top of the map. Let's see. Desert lime, tea tree. No. Trees are evil. They should all be burned. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We need a specific kind of tree though. It's not good enough that we've got trees. It needs to be a specific sort of tree. Or failing that, we need to have some other kinds of plants. But we are looking for something specific here. I'm not just like checking what kind of trees we have just because I'm a weirdo. We do need some particular sorts of stuff going on here. So I am looking for something specific. Right. Acadias, desert lime, highwood tree there, grand trees, date palm trees, desert lime trees. There's a load of trees over here as well. Desert lime. I'm not seeing what we're after though. Again, the tree I'm looking for is kind of rare sometimes, so it can be a bit hit and miss whether you'll get it. But I was hoping that we'd get it at least on the second try because this is the second go. We've got loads of willow trees. Willows seem to be pretty common. Coconut palm. If the game was a bit more accurate, we'd be able to do it with coconut palm trees, but we can't. Apparently, coconut palm trees are not suitable for what we want to do, so unfortunately, we're gonna have to. We're looking for a different kind of tree. Dense, no. Round line, no. Coconut palms. There's a load of trees here. It's such a crap shot whether you get the right sort of plants or not. It's such a sort of Because it could be on this map. Like, you can see that there's like a billion trees here, right? Like, there's like a billion different trees here. But there's no easy way for me to check and see exactly what kind of... Well, unless maybe I can use the status screen. Can we use the status screen to do it? Stock screen? Does it tell us how much types of fruit there are anywhere in here? Or does it only count fruit that we've harvested? Okay, yeah, it only counts fruit that we've harvested. So unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to be here. Willow trees, tea trees. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think only after the fruit falls. Do you have Dwarf DF hack on? If you do, prospect will list all visible trees and shrubs so you don't have to mouse over them. Is that true? I do have Dwarf hack, so we could try that. Let's give that a go. Okay, actually, yeah, that's actually really useful. So we've got we've got cotton, we've got rice, we've got beans, we've got hard wheat, we've got weed rats, we've got reed ropes, yeah, horned melon, pepper, millet, palm, tea, durian, willow, but we don't have the one that we want. Again, we don't have it. Okay, I'm going to try once more. We're going to try one last time. We can use it on site selection before you embark. Okay. In that case, then, we'll give it one more go. You're giving me really useful information here, though. We're going to abandon this fortress to ruin, and then we're going to try again. This is the price of process. This is the price of progress. This is, you know, sometimes the things to go the way you want them to. God, there are a lot of abandoned fortresses in this world now, aren't there? That are just like a bunch of geese running around. So like dwarves hanging around a wagon, they've just given up. Okay, so we can use prospect from the embark menu, so that should help us. Here, I'll make it so that you can see dwarf hack. We're 27 minutes into the stream and I haven't even started playing the game yet. We did have another useful thing, yes, but if I would still rather have the other one, so I'm willing to give it one more go, but we'll see anyway. We'll see. We'll see. Where is it? Okay. I don't know if I can actually put dwarf hack on there. It's not showing up. Okay, never mind. I guess I can't show you dwarf hack. We'll get rid of that. Yeah. Get rid of that. Okay. Yeah. Dismiss that. Enter dismiss. We're now in the second month of the year. You think that the other one would have made it more interesting, to be quite honest, with you, my good friend. I mean, it could have possibly done. We'll see. We'll see. If we don't get the tree on the third try, then we'll just stick with we'll accept whatever we get, come what may. We'll get at least one of the things that we need. We only need one of them. I just wanted a couple of them because then it makes it a lot easier. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So apparently, then, if I use prospect from this screen, then it should. Okay, right. So we want tropical shrubland. We want to be neighbouring goblins again. this world just really has very few goblins in it. It seems it's like there's really very few goblins in it. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Prospect from here doesn't actually show what kind of trees are here. It only shows you what kind of layers there are. So it's not actually showing us what trees we've got here, unfortunately. No, it's fine. It was a good suggestion, honestly. Like, trying to find a particular kind of tree and embark is a real pain in the ass. Because it's like one kind of tree. There's only one tree in the entire game that works for this. Only one tree in the entire game works for this. And it needs to be. We need to be in a. We need to be in like a dry location. It has to be in a dry biome. It has to be a tropical biome, and those are the only kind of biomes that it exists in. So it has to be probably actually the best one might be a dry broadleaf forest, because that'll have lots of trees in it. So if we can find a biome that is a dry tropical broadleaf forest, then that should hopefully have what we're after. So why don't we try that? We'll just try it. I'm actually going to use we're actually going to use the find function on here. We want to have rain none, because I don't want it to be low rain, because it's supposed to be a dry. Temperature high. Savagery evil biome. You can't do it by biome type though, can you? Oh, actually, we could use the embark assistant, can't we? So it should be forest, tropical dry broadleaf. That's what we're after. And then we want to have region type again. So forest, tropical, dry broadleaf. I don't really care about any of the other stuff that's there. So I think that's fine. We can't specify neighbours from here, but we can just leave it at that. And we will press F2 find. We'll see if this works. Okay, it's going to take it a little bit of time. It's going to tick through every single biome in the game until it finds one that's matching the description that we want. Yeah, I've just used the embark assistant to drown a cow, and we're searching for the particular kind of biome. God, it's going to take well. I guess what I could have done is when I generated the world, I should have set it so that it had more of the properties that I wanted in it. So I should have made it so that it was a really high temperature world, so that we'd have more tropical areas in it and less temperate ones. Where did I put my drink? I had a drink somewhere that I put. Somewhere. Am I playing 44 or 47? 47. We're playing 47. 47.03. That is correct. Oh, there's my drink. I'm just gonna go grab a drink whilst it ticks through this, so just bear with me for 1 second, please, and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Man, it takes a long time for this to go through. So anyway, how was your day? Is everybody having a good day today? Anything exciting going on in the world out there? Am I using the Paradis starter pack? Yes, I am. Paradis Errant starter pack. The starter pack formerly known as the Lazy Noob starter pack. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. I've been ill with the flu since Friday. Was supposed to start my new job today. Good times. That's not a good way to start a new job. That's really unfortunate, my man. I hope that everything works out for you. But yeah. What graphic tile set? This should be Phobos, which I believe is like the default one when you download a Lazy Noob pack. Phobos 16. Well, if it makes you feel better, I still haven't started my new job either. I don't know why that would make you feel better, but it's true, I haven't started my new job yet either. Really unfortunate. Okay, we should have olives in this then. Apparently it can be in any kind of tropical forest. Oh, I just said the name of what I'm after. Oh well. I was going to keep it a secret, but hey, whatever. Probably also, yeah, I fixed my windscreen wipers today without the help of the internet, and that felt so good. Been drinking a lot of tea with honey despite not liking tea. Let's hope he hasn't got coronavirus. Olives, yeah, olives is the tree we're looking for. We're looking for olive trees. That is the tree that I've been looking for. We're starting an Italian fortress. No, it's not an Italian fortress, or a Spanish one, or yeah. I used to have for a while I had a Spanish roommate, and everything he cooked, he'd cook with olive oil. Pretty much everything he cooked. Like he would save it as well after he'd done cooking with it. He'd collect it in bowls and then leave it on the side of the kitchen. Because I'm just like an ignorant Englishman. I use butter because again, you know, it seems a lot more straightforward. But I don't really do cooking either. French or Italian cooking is the best. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I think you're probably onto something there. I mean, like I say, I'm not somebody who does a lot of cooking myself. And when I do cook, it's not typically like, you know, like English cuisine, such that such a thing exists. You know, like is that a contradiction in terms, English cuisine? It's kind of like a fast now, right? Fish and chips. Fish and chips is good. Fish and chips is good. Blood sausage. I don't like blood sausage at all now. I like English cheese. I like you know, like proper cheddar cheese and all that. Hey, welcome. We're searching for an embark. We've been at this for 40 minutes and we still haven't found an embark location that's suitable for what I want. We're getting there though. 40 minutes, yes, 40 minutes. Blood cheese. Blood cheese sounds like something that dwarves would make. Like, unironically, that sounds like something that that sounds like something that like a dwarf would make, right? Making cheese out of the blood of elves. Although I must say that it's pretty pathetic that the height of English cuisine is simply frying a fish with some potatoes. I don't know that that is the height of English cuisine, to be honest. It's just, it's more of a fast food thing, you know? Goblinite cheese steal. Alright, there we go. It's not going to find any more than that. Yeah, let's just tell it to... Oh, it's still going. Watch the olives are on the island with no goblins. I mean, if the olives are near if the olives are near a necromancer tower, I will embark next to it. The reason I don't want to embark next to a necromancer tower is I think that it makes it really difficult what I'm trying to do here. But I will attempt it. But I don't want to embark in a location that doesn't have any enemies, right? Like embarking. The challenge in this is going to be if we got enemies to go against, right? Like if we're embarking in the middle of nowhere and the only people who are nearby are dwarves, then there's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of like having to get stuff done fast enough. It's just you know, you just build the fortress at your own leisure basically, and then wait for, I don't know, like a hill titan to show up and kill him. But yeah, you really do need, I think you do need enemies in this game to really make it worthwhile. Unless you've just never played before, you know, if you're new to the game, then by all means embark without any goblins. That makes perfect sense. But once you've gotten past a certain point, the game is easy enough that you should have no trouble really embarking anywhere, so long as you know how to do the essentials, right? So long as you know how to do like the kind of, as long as you know how to do the kind of really basic stuff, then you're kind of fine. But yeah, it looks like we've finished searching anyway, and we've got all the areas that should match our description highlighted. So there's a lot of, for example, tropical dry broadleaf forests here. There's goblins here as well. We could try here. It looks actually like a decent enough spot. It's as good as any spot. Shallow metals. We can actually see what kind of metals we've got on the side here because I've got the embark assistant on. So you can see we've got iron, gold, silver, copper, zinc, lead, bismuth, dolomites, marble. So we could try here. Wouldn't be a bad idea maybe. But yeah, hopefully this just has what we want. Hopefully it has what we want. We'll try prospect once more just to see if it'll tell me. It doesn't. We'll try here anyway. We'll see what goes. I think we'll try here. Okay, this is the last. I think this is the last. This is the last that we'll try. We're going to try. Yeah, I'm going to make the embark profile bigger than usual, just so that we got more coverage. This means that the game might be a little laggier than usual, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Use my secret profile. We will press name fortress. We're going to name this fortress clean. And then fortress, clean fortress, the third fortress in this world that's got that name. Hopefully, it will be the last one with that name. I love that yawn and baby are the same word. Okay, right. So let's check and see. Is this going to be the one? Oh, God damn it. God damn it. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Why is it so hard to find olives? What's so difficult about finding olives? We can stay here anyway. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. In that case, then we won't be using olives for this. We'll have to use something else. I really don't want to try and. Do we try once more for olives? Or do we just stick here? We can stay here. We don't have to look for olives again. But I'm gonna do a chat poll. You can vote on it. We'll do a chat poll. We'll see. See what people say. Oh, where is it? Alright. There you go. Try again for olives. Just vote in that poll. Tell me if you want to try again. If not, then we'll stay here, and Can you plant trees? No, you can't. We've got to rely on whatever trees.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ethel 27 for following as well. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, are we going to try again for olives? We'll try once more. Only once more if we try again. We got 3 votes for yes, 1 vote for no. Man, I still need to drink. I'm really thirsty today. Alright, we'll try again for olives. We will do 1 more embark. It seems that people want us to try again for olives, so we'll do that. We'll abandon the fortress to ruin. That's the 3rd fortress we've lost in a day. Then we will proceed, hopefully, to the olive fortress, where the olives are at. God, why is this so tricky? Why is it so difficult to find olives? Alright. Yep, there you go. Abandon the fortress to ruin. Come on. Okay, your settlement has been abandoned. We've abandoned another fortress to ruin before we've even begun. As is the way things are in the world. Am I searching for tropical regions? Yes. Olives appear in any tropical region. That being said, the best ones for us will be any that have other things in them, so yeah. Man, it's taking it a while to save the history of this place. Probably because of the sheer size of this this embark that we did. Alright, start playing Fortress mode once more. Once more onto the breach, dear friends. We go. Dismiss that. We're now almost at the end. We're now into the 3rd month of the year. We've actually gone through an entire spring in however many fortresses that we've set up, just looking for what we're looking for. But hey, we'll see. We'll try again. Okay, last chance. We know, roughly speaking, where all of the tropical areas are. They're all kind of down here. We haven't tried a tropical coniferous forest. That's one we haven't tried yet. Why don't we try here? This is a tropical coniferous forest. We will be... Oh, there's no goblins here, is there? Is there goblins here? Here. There's goblins here. This is a... No, it can't be swamp. Come on, why are there no goblins here? Tropical freshwater swamp. Possibly here. I mean, this is a tropical dry broadleaf forest. Decent chance that there's the tree that we want here. We did have one of these before. We'll try and see what the embark assistant says. Maybe we'll have. We won't actually have many like good. Let's try over here. We haven't really tried in this part of the world. We tried more in the center. It has to be in this kind of like tropical belt that exists. Although there just don't seem to be many goblins around. Like, there's some goblins here. There aren't really any goblins to the south either. This place just doesn't have many goblins in it. This world is relatively goblin free. This place just has dwarves and goblins in it. Kind of strange actually that there are so few goblins. Usually goblins are pretty plentiful. You can usually count on the goblins to be around, but I guess not in this world. We'll try back over here. We'll do down here. Tropical savanna. Silver, copper, zinc, bismuth. No goblins though. I need at least an enemy. Like, it has to have some kind of enemy nearby, else it's just not worth it, right? It's just not. If there isn't like some goblins nearby or a tower of some description, then it's just not. You know, there's nothing to be. Coniferous forest. We've not tried a coniferous forest. There's goblins here, and we also got silver, copper, zinc, and marble. So we can make copper weapons. We won't be able to make much in the way of good weapons. Maybe we can go down a bit. Nah. You know, we'll try here. It doesn't really matter. If we got goblins, then that means we got goblinites, one of the most plentiful sources of metal in the known universe. We haven't tried a coniferous forest yet. We will embark. Here, we're going to embark here. Yeah, we'll give this a go. Tropical coniferous forest. Embark. Secret, embark, there we go. I didn't even name the fortress that time, so we just got some random name fortress, but honestly. 47 has less garbage due to a bug, I think. I don't know about that. I think that some of the older versions did, didn't they? Like I remember in no, okay, this doesn't have olives either, okay. Right, we don't have olives. We tried 4 different locations to find olives, but we just cannot find olives anywhere. However, we can do what I'm attempting to do using 2 other crops. We can use 2 different crops. We have plenty of one of those crops on the surface, and we're probably going to rely on the surface crop the most as well. Thank you, Thomas12321, for the follow as well. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, we're going to stay in this location. We're not going to try again. We're not going to search for a new location. We're just going to go with here. We've got access to one of the plants that we're able to do what I'm trying to do with in order to do this. We don't have olives. Olives would have made things a hell of a lot easier because they're a lot faster in terms of what we're trying to do. But hey, we will proceed as we normally do. So, where are our dwarves? Our dwarves are down here. We've got our brook here. We've got a bunch of different plants. I can even see a pepper plant there. Some of the satin tail, shale, horned melon, mung beans. None of those are the plant that I'm looking for, but I did see one earlier just across the brook here. I'm wondering if there's one closer to home. Pepper plants. No, that's not it. It's a white plant. Pepper plants. Pepper plants here. Pepper plants there. I did see it up here. So pepper plants. Pepper plants. Pepper plants. Where was it again? It was like over here. And I lost it. I lost its location. Pepper plants. Good grief. I did have it a second ago. Pepper plants. Pepper. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to have a dwarf go up here and we're going to designate a area, right? We're going to designate a stockpile. and we're just going to make a massive, big stockpile. And it's going to be a food stockpile. And in this food stockpile, we're going to put plants. We're going to permit plants in this stockpile. Any of these kind of plants. There's any of these plants here, and we're going to search through here, and we're going to go for. Yeah, we will have cotton in there. Do I want to put it in a different one? Possibly, actually. Right, so. No, we'll have it in one big stockpile. So we're going to plant this over here, and we're going to make a really big stockpile just over here. Just the custom food stockpile that only accepts plants. And we're just going to pop that. Actually, we'll accept plants. Yeah, we'll have a seed stockpile as well. We'll just put that here. Massive stockpile over here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our designations, and we're going to tell one of our dwarves to gather plants. We're just going to select a massive array of plants, right? We're just going to... What's going on here? Reports. The giant lizard attacks the stray dog, but he jumps away. The stray dog attacks the giant lizard, but she jumps away. The giant lizard bites the stray dog in the left rear leg, bruising the muscle. Okay, so yeah, as soon as I unpause, one of my dogs has gone into a fight with a giant lizard, which is unfortunate. Okay, right. So yeah, the dwarves are moving all the stuff up there. We should have one dwarf who is set to gather plants, our expedition leader. Oh, it's not pepper. No, it's not pepper. It's cotton. Cotton is the other plant that we're going to use. We're going to use cotton. We're going to be growing a lot of cotton in this fortress. So what I need the dwarves to do is I need them to gather plants so that they can get cotton from the surface of the map, and then we will have cotton seeds in our fortress. The other thing that I'm going to do is we're going to start by cutting down a hell of a lot of trees over here. Just again, we're just going to designate a big area of trees that we're just going to mass clear, and we're going to set ourselves a wood stockpile. We'll just do it on the other side here, just to kind of keep things neat and tidy. So we'll have a big stockpile of wood on one side of the brook, and a stockpile of plants on the other side of the brook. And we'll let the dwarves do that. Our herbalist dwarf, he is going to go gather the plants. He is a pretty good plant gatherer, I think. He should have not too much trouble doing this. But he's going to gather all those plants together, and he's going to collect all the ones that are ready for harvest, and you know, just put them all in the stockpile. Our other dwarves are going to get ready, and they're going to start cutting down wood. And our last thing that we really want to do here is we want to build a stockpile, and we're going to build a farmer's workshop. Which I think we will put over here. Actually, will we put it over here? Probably over here. We'll put a farmer's workshop over here, and we also want to put a still to make some beer over here as well. And yeah, this is how we're going to start our fortress. So we're going to be you know, cutting down some trees, doing the usual stuff that you do in a fortress. You know, you usually cut down trees, you do some other stuff. But whilst this is going on, we've got a mining dwarf as well. What we'll probably do is we'll dig down a little bit, but I don't think we're going to be doing much digging in this fortress. I think this fortress is going to be relatively above ground. It's going to be a little bit of an above ground fortress, so we're not going to do too much digging below ground, but we do want to dig down a little bit and make ourselves an area over here, just you know, just over here. And we'll have him dig down there. Yeah. Yeah, just have the dwarf dig, do a little bit of digging. We only have one miner in this fortress. Your fortress spawned on 10 alligators. I've had that happen before. Not with alligators though, with snapping turtles. You're probably thinking, snapping turtles? That doesn't sound so bad. Say that to the dwarf who lost his feet. Well, actually, no. Say that to the dwarf who lost his life. But yeah, we're gonna dig out a little room here, and we're gonna have a farm down below. We're just gonna have a farm underground over here. Have those two lost 4 dwarves already. Man, that's unfortunate. We got giant lizards and elephants on this map. Elephants are scary. Elephants are really scary, but hey, we're mature dwarves, we'll be able to survive, I think. But yeah, we're going to build down here. We're going to build a farm plot, and it's going to be a... we'll do 2 farm plots. We'll have one here, just up here, and that'll be a farm plot there. And then we'll have another farm plot, which we'll have down here, and we'll have that like that. Giant Kias, oh, they are terrible, especially when they fly away with your anvil, which they can do. Many a fortress has failed over the years because you know, a giant Kia came and stole it. It's not an uncommon occurrence, like you know, you think you got your nice fortress ready, and then all of a sudden a bird comes down and steals your. It's true. It can happen. You can have birds fly away with your anvil. Or with your pickaxes, yeah. Although that isn't as risky, because usually your dwarves are carrying the pickaxe. But you never know, do you? Man, we're cutting down a lot of trees. I really don't need this many cut down, but hey, every little bit helps. What kind of animals do we have? We have a horse and a water buffalo cow. A little bit unfortunate that we don't have a breeding pair or something down there. And we're going to grow plump helmets here on the top one, and we'll do that spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And then in this one here, we're actually going to be growing in spring. Where is it? Am I getting the name right here? It's yeah, that's it. Okay, so in this other plot here, we're going to be growing quarry bushes, and we're going to be growing those in the spring. Not in the spring, sorry. Yeah, in the spring. In the summer, we'll grow them, and in the winter, in the autumn, we'll grow them. Can't grow them during winter, but we'll be growing them for the rest of the year around. We're going to be growing quarry bushes, and then we'll be processing them. So that's what we're going to start there. It looks like those 2 cats are either having a fight or having a dance, possibly both. They're just going back and forth, chasing each other. I've not seen cats behave like that in this game before. I actually have no idea what they're doing. Can you see them here on the screen? There's like one cat here, and there's like another cat somewhere else. They're just like going back and forth. Is it the lungfish? Are they trying to attack the lungfish? Because there's like a lungfish on the ground. But they were just chasing after the lungfish, yeah. Alright, it's already summer. So yeah, we haven't got a lot of time. It's already summer. We've got all that here. We've got all this going on here. We should have a decent amount of food. At the moment, we just got plump helmets in it. Our plant gatherer should be gathering plants. It doesn't feel like he is, though. I'm not sure if he's just carrying them still, or if he's just letting them fall to the ground. Does he carry them all before he puts? Does he finish his order first? Does he just carry them all on him before he finishes his order? No, it's V. Yeah, he's gathering plants inventory. Oh, he does. He's just got all of them. He's carrying all of them on him. Yeah, he's got some cotton. So we've got some cotton there. He's got some millets. He's got some rice, rat breeds, all that good stuff. He's probably getting pretty good at it, to be honest. Okay, we've got the still made. We need to have a dwarf with the farmer's workshop labor enabled. Hopefully we'll get some migrants pretty soon. Migrants will be really helpful for this. And we're going to need to also... let me just open up Dwarf Therapist. So I'm just going to open up Dwarf Therapist. We'll be able to reassign some labours as well. I opened up the old version of Dwarf Therapist. LMP03. There we go. Right, so I've got my overview of my dwarves ready. We've got that. Has anybody figured out what they think I'm trying to do here? I'm just curious. Does anybody know what I'm trying to do? Am I playing at high speed? No. I don't know that you can change the speed of the game, it just is the speed that it is. I'm not speeding it up or anything. Goose reckons he knows what's going on. Why don't you enlighten us, Goose? What do you reckon is going on? Right, so yeah, let's build ourselves a carpenter's workshop here, and we'll also build ourselves a mason's workshop here as well. We are going to have to dig for some rocks. We're going to need some rocks. You're going to build an entire fort out of soap, aren't you? Possibly. That might be the idea. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm trying to build a fortress out of soap. That is the idea. That's why I wanted olives. Olives is one of the easiest methods for getting soap. It's a really effective method for getting soap, and in large quantities as well. Unfortunately, we don't have access to olives, but we do have access to cotton, which can also be processed into soap. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to have our dwarves outside. We're not going to be digging down, we're not going to be building a fortress underneath the ground and then coming back up and building a soap fortress on top of it. We're going to have the dwarves outside 24/7 building a fortress out of soap. But yeah. Yeah, we do have a few extra logs. I'm not sure if we'll be needing them, but we do have a couple extra, you know, just in case. But yeah. We could actually clean up all the logs. I don't know if that's worth it. We could use quantum stockpiling in order to do it, but I'm not really going to bother. We've got our masons, we've got our carpenters. We're going to go to the carpenters and we're going to tell them to make some barrels. Just make a shitload of barrels. That's all I need. And then we're also going to go here and I want to get a mechanics workshop. So workshops. We've got masons, we've got carpenters, we need a mechanics. And we're also going to need a... Yeah, we'll need a mechanics and a craft dwarf. There we go. Mechanics, craft dwarf, sorry, and then mechanics, which is T. We're just going to build these kind of all next to each other because, again, this is all very temporary. Yeah, basically, cotton. It's you crush it into cotton oil, and then you turn the cotton oil into into soap. The reason why olives are better is because olives skip a step when you're making them into soap, right? In order to make rock nuts or cotton into soap, you need to crush them. There's like a step in between. If I get my soap making flowchart out, which I've got saved on my computer, yeah, you need to mill the stones first at a millstone if you're making them with rock nuts or cotton. But if you're not doing that, if you're using olives, then you only need to press them, which is one less labour that you need in order to make them. The other reason why olives are better is because you can get large quantities of olives really easily. Olives, just for whatever reason, I think this is true of fruit in general, but you get really large quantities of stuff from gathering fruit. It's not something that we often do. We don't usually bother with it because it's an outside sort of task, but it is a really good way of getting. God, I'm losing the ability to speak. It's a really good way of getting access to large quantities of it's a really good way of getting access to large quantities of fruit and drinks and all that kind of stuff, and being able to make loads of alcohol. It's an outside task. You can't grow trees inside the fortress except for the ones that grow in the caverns, and then that's a pain in the arse anyway. So I don't even think that any of those give fruit, to be honest. I think fruit is entirely outside. It's entirely an outside thing. You want a soap maker dwarf? Sure, you can be the soap maker. We do have a soap maker dwarf in the fortress. I'm just going to name you Sailor. I'm not going to name you after your Twitch name, just because honestly I don't know how to pronounce your Twitch name, but I know how to pronounce the name that I know you by in Discord. So I'm just going to call you Sailor, if that's all right. It is. I don't know why you didn't just go with that, to be honest. Aethel27 wants a miner as well. Oh, someone already took it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I've put the names through. I've just done this. I've just done that in the there. Treehouse base? Sort of. We do have a lot of wood, don't we? But we're not actually going to be making a treehouse now. But we do have a lot of wood. You're not wrong. I'm going to tell my miner that he's also going to be... We do have a mechanics dwarf, actually. I guess he's just busy. Oh, he's storing items, yeah. Right, so we've got carpenters, we've got crafts dwarf and masons. The other thing that I really need is I'm going to be making some nest boxes immediately as well. We're going to make a whole bunch of nest boxes. We'll just make a shitload of nest boxes. We're going to have a bunch of nest boxes because we brought a shitload of geese with us as well. You'll see here that we've got 6 geese. We've got 3 geese and 3 gander. We've got a whole bunch of dogs as well. And we've got some other animals that we're going to inevitably butcher. But yeah, so what do we need then? We're going to need a wood furnace, and we're going to need an ashery. That's one of the steps that we need in order to make. What I'm going to do is I'm going to designate an area to be like the soap making area, right? Just so that... Oh, convenient. We've already got our first set of migrants. We probably don't get that many of them because our fortress is a bit dismal. Oh, we got... how many did we get? We got a load of them. I'm going to open this up on the screen so you can see it. Dwarf Therapist. Let's see. Right, where's Dwarf Therapist? Is it actually going to open for me? I always have to mess with this. It just never wants to work. There we go. Oh no, that's not it. That was the folder the Dwarf Therapist was in. It's not actually Dwarf Therapist. Okay, let's try again. God, I got so much crap open on my computer at the moment. Why can't I see Dwarf Therapist on this list? It's just not showing up in this list. There's the starter pack. Yeah, I don't need that one. Okay, Streamlabs has just been really awful today. I'm not sure that I'm able to show Dwarf Therapist on the screen, so you're just gonna have to bear with me and just yeah. Let's have a look and see. We've got a wood burner. That's actually really good. We needed one. We've got a wood burner. He's going to stay a wood burner. We've got a milker. You're not going to be a milker anymore, mate. We've got another soap making dwarf arriving. I think I'll keep him as a soap maker. But we're going to need a miller. So I'm going to assign the former milker into a miller. They are basically the same name. We've got a dwarf here who is a... yeah, he's the soap maker. We've got a soap maker who's arrived in the fortress. We've got a plant gatherer. We've already got a plant gatherer, so we don't need 2 of those. We'll make this guy a plant processor. We've got a potash maker. Not a bad shout actually. He's also a wood cutter. So he can stay as both of those things, honestly. We could make potash. Making potash in this place would probably be a good idea. Then we've got this last dwarf here. I'm going to assign him to be a butcher, a tanner, and a cook. He's going to do all 3 of those things because we've got some animals that we're going to have to butcher very, very quickly. And that's going to be how we're going to be making some of the first walls in our fortress. But yeah, this isn't the treehouse. This is a different kind of house. But it is going to be an above ground fortress. We do have a little bit of below ground stuff, but only a little bit. What do we want down here? We wanted a seed stockpile here. So disable, actually enable block all, permit seeds. Okay, so they can put seeds down there, just close to where the 2 farms are, the below ground farms. We do need to dig down a little bit, like I said, so we're just going to have a very straightforward staircase here. We're never going to dig very far down, but we are going to have our dwarf just dig down a little bit, and we're going to be, you know, if we can find metal, then we'll want to use metal for things as well, because we can always make statues and stuff out of metal. We want to make weapons out of metal. We can't make weapons out of soap yet, unfortunately. There isn't a way to do that except for strange moods, which might happen. You never know. We could have that happen. But yeah, so far we've got 3, 4, 6 workshops. We are going to need a whole bunch more before we can even build any walls, because we're not going to build walls out of wood temporarily. We're going to build everything we can out of soap. So yeah, let's just dig down here. We'll do an upstairs here, and like that, yeah, like that. And then we'll just do our usual sort of staircase, which will be the standard staircase here. And we're just going to dig down far enough in order to find some rocks, so that we can, you know, make something out of it. God, there's a lot of refuse on the surface here. Lungfish remains. Our cats have just gone killing all the lungfish that they could find. Is there an aquifer? No, no aquifer on this map. Thank God for that. I don't think I could deal with an aquifer. What song is this? This is a song from the Age of Empires 2 soundtrack. I don't know what song it is though. It's just the Age of Empires 2 soundtrack. Okay, so now we're going to build... we do need to... The first thing that we should build... Oh, we should start making some soap. We should start making some soap. And the easiest way that we can do that is by making ourselves a butcher shop here. We'll just I'm just going to build this over here so it's out of the way. We'll make a butcher shop there, and then we'll also make ourselves a tanner shop immediately next to it. And then we want to have a do we need to have a kitchen? I think kitchens, they do both. They do one of the 2 tasks, don't they? Yeah, we do need the kitchen. Okay, so we also need to build the kitchen. Okay, so over here is where we're going to be putting all of the workshops that are connected to our soap making enterprise. So the first thing we're going to need is a butcher, a tanner, and a kitchen. Because one of the ways that we can make soap is by butchering animals. So we need to have all of those workshops there in order to do that. So one of our dwarves is going to go off and he's going to assemble all of those. We're also going to need a wood furnace. One of these, a wood furnace. But in order to do that, we're going to need ourselves to dig down, and we're going to have to find some rock, because we can't make a wood furnace out of wood, because otherwise it would, you know, set on fire. So we'll just dig down a little bit, and we should be able to find some stone, which will be used to, you know, make that wood furnace. We're also going to need an ashery. An ashery makes ash, it also makes potash, and it also makes lye. We need to be making lye, and we need to be making ash. No, we need to make, we make ash, then we make lye, then we combine the lye with tallow or with oil in order to make soap at the soap maker's workshop. So the other thing that we need is a soap maker's workshop. Build, and then S for soap maker's workshop. We'll just put that there. That'll go there. We do have some more trees that we need to cut down because they're just all in the way. This map has a lot of trees on it. Getting some tetrahedrite pretty quickly is always nice. It means that we don't have to go far for that. Okay, so we got that. We got the farmer's workshop. We want to be processing plants, so we just want it to be just always process plants as much as you can. We now have the kitchen, the butchers, and the all that. We're going to put a stockpile over here, and this stockpile is going to be for meat. So we're going to permit meat in the stockpile, and we're also going to permit not paste, fat. Permit fat, any kind of fat, and yeah, just both of those 2 things. And we'll put that just over here, just a big stockpile for that. We're now going to go over here and we're going to go to our horses. We're going to butcher both of them. Sorry, we're going to butcher the buffalo cow and then we'll butcher the horse. So let's set that to be butchered. Okay, so the buffalo that dragged our cart here has now been butchered. He's been slaughtered, and the tide is going to be tanned. Was there no fat from that? Or is it going to take a little bit for the render fats task to be generated? Was there actually no fat from that buffalo? Oh, there was. Okay, it's just taking it to a workshop first. It's taking it to the, yeah, once it's there, then it'll, yeah, generate the the fat task. So they rendered the fat into tallow. Very good. And then we're going to be turning the tallow into soap once we've gotten ourselves the wood furnace, which is going to go right here. Shale. Okay. Oh, we also want to make a stockpile here that's going to carry disable. We're going to carry bars. Lock that. Permit bars of coal, ash, pearl ash, and soap, and yeah, just any of those kind of bars. Just make a big stockpile of that there. Because we're going to be burning a lot of wood. We need to burn a lot of wood in order to make soap. So we need to have a big stockpile there. Yeah, he's tanning the hides, and he's also rendered the fat. So we should now have, if we go to our stocks menu and we go down to here, we now have 9 globs of water buffalo tallow, which means we'll be able to make 9 bars of soap. Oh, we need a dwarf of architecture. Let's just give one of our dwarves architecture as a job. Who's not doing anything at the moment? Our miner is currently not really doing much. He's just storing items in bags. He can also be an architect, as can our woodcrafter and stonecrafter. He can also be an architect. So he's going to do that. We need our crafts dwarf to make some stuff for us in a little bit. We've got this dwarf here. He is currently processing plants. Just any plants that you can get hold of. He's making a lot of thread. We're turning the initial batch of cotton into thread because in order to make cotton oil, we actually don't need the cotton plants, we need the cotton seeds. So what we do is we turn the cotton into cotton thread, which gives us the seeds. Then we'll start to grow a lot of cotton, and once we've got a lot of cotton seeds in excess of what we started with, we'll then use the excess seeds in order to make more oil, which we'll then use to make soap. But yeah, a lot of the soap that we make initially is going to be animal soap, and we're also going to be making, you know, we're going to have to use it wisely because we're not going to get a lot of it. We'll probably have about 18 bits of soap to begin with, and that's from butchering some animals that we start with. Oh, the other thing that we want to do is we want to make a trader's depot for sure. Because we can always get access to more animals that we can then butcher in order to make even more soap. So we'll just make a trading depot right over there. Right, okay. So we got that, we got the wood furnace, we just need the mason. He's going to drag that over there. I'm not sure where he's at, the mason. We do have one. Oh, the miner, yeah, he's the mason. So he's going to go, I think he's like grabbing some shale from down here. Might take him a little bit. Oh, okay. Right. They need to have a stockpile for that as well, don't they? Let's enable that. Block everything except for seeds and fruits because those are leaves. They're not plants, so they won't put them into a plant stockpile. And let's just I don't know. We'll stick them. We'll stick them here. Just so that they're kind of out of the way. But that's going to be our quarry bushes. Okay, right, so we got that done there. We're going to go to our tanners. Sorry, we're going to need to make a leather workshop at some point because we're going to make a lot of bags. We need bags in order to do our soap industry. So we're going to need a lot of bags, and that'll take a little bit as well. Has the furnace been made yet? Yeah, we got the wood furnace. We're going to just keep making ash. Just keep making ash forever and ever. We want the wood burner to constantly be burning wood. And we also now need to make a ashery, which would be here, which is the Y. We need blocks. Masons.
Thank you very much.
B. Just make some rock blocks so that we just got plenty of those. Also, I think I just added follow. Oh, Probe, thanks for the resubscription, man. Can you turn wood into soap? The wood is used to make soap. It's used in the soap making process. The soap is burnt into ash, which is then processed into lye. The lye is combined with tallow or with oil, and then that's how you get soap. So it's a really long chain to do. It's a really, really long chain to do. It has a lot of different parts to it. It requires a lot of different labours, which is why soap making is so intense. It's such an intense labour compared to other labours in this game. Compare that to making anything out of rock, right? Like you mine the rock and then you take it to a mason's. Then the mason turns it into doors or whatever. Making soap requires a whole bunch of different labours. It's a really big chain. Okay, so they're making ash there. We do need to have some bins as well, I think. Let's make some bins so that we've got wooden bins. Barrels, buckets, beds, cages, pedestals, altars, bookcase, display cases, barrels. No, we want wooden bins. Do you make them here? I can't. Yeah, there we go. N. Just make a shitload of wooden bins. It's why soap makers are so important to every fortress. Makes sense. I clean my daughter with a 2x4. Yeah, no. It's a pretty intense set of labours, but we, we'll try and see whether we can make a fortress doing it. So we've done that. Hopefully now we can make the last workshop that we need in order to make the first bit of soap in the fortress. So that is going to be a lye maker's workshop, which is where is it? Where is it on this list? We got soap makers. Oh, it's an ashery. Yeah, it's an ashery. That's why. Yeah. Okay, there we go, and we'll make that out of that. Oh, Angel, thank you for the resubscription. You're very happy to hear your doggo's doing better. Yeah, she is a lot better, honestly. I'm doing fine. Everything is, it's. She's recovered a lot. We need to take her to the vets tomorrow to see how she is, but she's a lot better than she was. So hopefully we'll get the test results back tomorrow, and they'll let us know that everything's fine. But yeah, she was really not good the last week. She was pretty miserable. She's had to wear one of those kind of like collars. It kind of looks like a life vest. If you see in the picture in the Discord, you'll see it. But she's been wearing that now for like a week. She hates the thing. It must really irritate her. But she's getting on fine. Okay, so we got the ashery. We're now going to make lye, and we're going to do that indefinitely. We're just always going to have a dwarf making lye, and we've always got a dwarf burning wood into ash. I hope everything comes back good. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow anyway. I'll post about it. But yeah, I guess this kind of is a Fight Club base. We're doing the soap making thing, you know. Yeah, we're kind of doing that. It's been a long time since I read that book or saw that movie, to be honest. Oh, we need buckets. Yeah, this is the other thing. We're going to need a lot of buckets as well. We need buckets, plenty of them. Carpenters, where is it? Desk, cabinets, bins, chests, buckets. Just make as many wooden buckets as you can. We've got wooden bins, we'll have wooden buckets, we've got wooden barrels. We can't make any of those things out of soap outside. We'll try to, but we can't. Yeah, just keep making that lye. So we should now have stocks. Barrels. No. Lye is a bar, so it will be under B for bars. Oh no, we haven't made any yet. What are the sevens? The sevens are water. This is water. It represents how deep the water is. So you can see that the water is at a depth of 7, which is the maximum depth the water has. It goes from 1 to 7. Seven stands for the number of bars of soap on that tile. If only I had that much soap, honestly. I don't have any soap yet. We still haven't made any lye yet. We processed all of our plants. We need to process our rock nuts though, don't we? For that we need to have bags. Let's make ourselves the level works, which we'll put the level works over here because it's more of a kind of general one, isn't it? Yeah. We'll put the level works over there. I don't have a level working dwarf. We'll just assign one of our dwarfs who's being lazy to be a level worker. This guy is the butcher. He can also be a level worker as well. He'll do that. No, it's the depth. It's the depth. I don't think water really has a temperature in this game. I know, well, actually, it kind of does, but the only reason that'd matter is if it got too hot and then it turns into steam, or if it comes into contact with certain things, it turns into obsidian. Okay, we finally made some lye. He's made some there. We got some buckets full of it, I believe. Yeah, bucket of lye. We need to make perhaps another stockpile. This one will have not bars, blocks. Where is it? It's going to be in. Is it in food? I think it's in food. Yeah, it's in food for some reason, but it's considered. It's a misc. It's a misc liquid. So we need to make a miscellaneous liquid stockpile to store all of our miscellaneous liquids. In this case, lye. Did we have more migrants arrive just now? No, okay. They were just all down there for some reason. I think they were getting stuff from over there. Okay, so we've done that. We've got a bunch of lye in that stockpile, which means that we can now begin to make some soap from tallow. So this is going to be the first bit of soap that we make in the fortress. And we're going to be making some horse soap shortly as well. We're going to butcher that horse. The horse will starve to death if we don't, so we need to just butcher it anyway. And we don't have 2 horses. We didn't have 2 horses, so we can't breed horses, right? There's no point like trying to breed them or anything. Is there a dwarf vomiting all over this? No, these are finger limes. Okay. Oh, okay. It's from the trees above. I thought that it's the leaves from the trees falling onto the trade depot. I thought that my dwarves were vomiting on it. Okay, so the dwarf is going to butcher the horse. He butchers the horse. He then takes the meat and puts it into the stockpile. He renders some of it into horse leather, which we can then use to make bags. So that we got bags of horse leather. He then, the other thing that we should probably do is go to kitchen, meat, buffalo meat. We've already taken the tallow from the yeah. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to cook that. We don't want to cook the water buffalo tallow. We also don't want to cook horse tallow when we get it. We want to save it to make soap. You can cook it like a meal, but we need it to make soap, so we can't afford to cook it. Okay, he's making the lye there. Do we have any bars of soap yet? ash. Yes, there we go. We've got our first little bit of soap. We've got the water buffalo soap. So now, why don't we start building a wall? We're going to start building a wall out of soap, and this is going to be the first area in our soap fortress. Already we're off to a flying start. How much soap do we have? Shell blocks. We have 4 blocks of soap. That means we can place 4 walls. Isn't this exciting? I think what we'll do is we'll place 1 wall. We need an area. We need like a space for it. We'll put 1 block here for now, just out of soap. It's kind of like a pillar of soap, and then 1 across, 2 across. We'll put another one. We'll put another one here. Where is it? I saw it somewhere. Water buffalo soap. Put that there, and we should also make a small bridge. I want to make a small bridge, and we will put that there, and we'll make the bridge out of soap as well. So there. This is the start of the soap fortress. We built our first construction out of soap. The dwarves are taking the soap to the location. It's gonna, once it's done, it'll look really nice because soap is a kind of nice white colour. It'll kind of look like Minas Tirith, you know, like the White City in Lord of the Rings. Except instead of being made out of stone, it's going to be made out of soap. So what inspired a soap fortress? I mostly wanted to see if I could get away with it, if I'd be able to manage it. It's a little bit of a tricky operation, but I wanted to see whether we could manage it, basically. So what we're going to build first, the first room we're going to build in the fortress is a small room made out of soap, which is where we're going to put the geese. We're going to put the geese into the soap room, and we're going to put their nest boxes in the room as well. I think we can just build a pasture outside and have it just be a outdoor pasture for the time being. But we are going to have it, the first area is going to be an enclosure for our geese, because that's going to be a really important area for us, and we'll make it about this big. That might be too big, to be honest. In fact, I'm going to... Yeah, we're going to cut this down a little bit. But yeah, we're going to have a room for our geese, so we're going to make this into a pasture, not a meeting area, so that's N. Yep. Like that. Then we set the pen stuff here, and we're just going to put all of our geese in this area alongside this duck, because there's a duck that one of the dwarfs brought with them. I think we're just going to use stone for blacksmithing. I haven't really decided. I think going that far would make this even more impossible. I'm not confident enough to go down that route. But I mean, it's something that, I mean, you could always try it yourself if you ever wanted to give it a go. It'd be an interesting thing to see somebody attempt. I just don't think that I'm good enough to attempt that. Alright, let's also make a mechanics workshop over here. Why build a fortress out of soap? I wanted to see if I could. Well, basically, yeah. But yeah, so they've we put all the geese up there. When it's closed, well, actually, we can put the nest boxes out now, can't we? Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's going to be an area for us to grow geese. We're going to use geese in order to get more soap. We're going to make a lot of geese soap in the fortress. So we're going to have goose soap, we're going to have cotton soap, and we're going to have rock nut soap. Those are the 3 kinds of soap that we're going to have. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to go back over here, and we're going to start making some bags. We're going to make all of our leather that we've now got from the horses, because we killed the horse and we killed the buffalo. We're going to turn into bags. So we're going to need loads of bags, and this is one of the easiest ways that we can get access to them. Robe, tunic, coat, vest, trouser, hem, cap, hood, glove, buckle, leather bag. Just construct as many leather bags as you can. Right, we did get an announcement about... Okay, we ran out of lye. Okay, the caravan has arrived, so we can do some trading. We don't really have anything to trade. I'm gonna send my crafts dwarf to make some, just make some really basic crafts out of. I don't know. We'll just make some. Let's make some wooden dice. Here, we'll just make wooden die over and over again. We'll sell them some dye made out of wood. Okay, do we want them to bring anything in particular? Not really. There's nothing that they could bring us that would be useful for this. Because there's nothing here that is... Unless we could request specific kinds of animals. But we can't actually request that they bring specific kinds of animals. So they can't really bring us anything that would be useful. So we're just going to ignore that. We're going to finish peeking in. And we'll look over the documents. That's fine. So yeah, we got that going for us. We don't have a broker, which is a real pain in the arse. We don't have a dwarf who we could... Well, I guess we could just appoint one temporarily. So we don't have any dwarves that have the relevant skills. We'll appoint the herbalist. He can be the broker because he doesn't really do a lot. He's mostly gathering plants, and if he's not doing that, he's not really doing much else. He's one of the dwarves who is doing the least in the fortress. So yeah, he's a mechanic herbalist. You know, we've got... He can be the broker temporarily. But yeah, so we're going to have that dwarf make some dice. We'll move the die over there. It's in tools? No, it's... Oh, it is in tools, okay. I have no idea if dice are high value, but we're going to make them because it's a new item. LNS from Yursto, how are you today? I'm doing pretty good. What does the LNS stand for, though? Oh, late night stream. Okay. Sorry, I just figured that out just as soon as you said it. Yeah, we're doing a late night stream. Okay. We do really want to see if they got any animals that we could buy off them. So we'll move those dice over. Move some more dice over. I have no idea if dice are worth anything or not. We'll request that our trader come immediately to trade. Do we not have any more leather? Did we run out? Stocks here, kitchen, meat, fish, horse tallow. Yeah, we don't want to be cooking horse tallow. We want to be turning that into lye, horse lye, or into soap. Our soap maker dwarf is not currently making soap, but he's currently making lye. Unless no, we don't have any tallow at the moment that he can use. Or actually, he should. I guess he doesn't have access to lye, right? Oh wait, unrotten tallow. Did we have tallow that's rotten? Do we have rotten tallow? That's unfortunate if we do. This has got a bunch of animal stuff in it. Prepared, whatever. Stocks. Globs. We should have some horse tallow. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, we do have more bars of soap anyway, so we will be able to finish some more of our first soap room. We got some more water buffalo soap there. We should also have some horse soap, I think. Yes, there we go. We got some bars of horse soap as well. So we got the bars of horse soap. We got the bars of water buffalo soap that we're still using. It looks like kumquat wood and dye are worth practically nothing. So we're going to very quickly tell our dwarf to start making dice because they're actually worthless. We're going to tell him instead to make some wooden, I don't know, just wooden crafts will do. Just any kind of crafts or figurines, wooden crafts. Just make those. Repeat that. Just make some stuff out of wood. God damn it. We'll also tell this guy here to make some wooden spiky balls because those are usually pretty high value. So make some spiked wooden balls. We'll have a quick look and see what they got though. Again, I'm mostly interested in if they got any animals that we can breed. They got alpacas. They have one goose. They have 2 geese. Oh, we want both of those geese. They got a goose and a gander. That'd be really good. They've also got a buck rabbit, not really useful. They got a horse and a reindeer cow, but we wouldn't be able to breed any of those because we don't have any to go with it. and they're also very expensive. So I guess we just try and get the geese. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll make some. We'll do that. The first walls of our soap fortress are coming along. Yeah. Horse soap. You think that the rain would like have any kind of impact on the soap, on the soap walls, but apparently not. It doesn't seem to affect them. But yeah, we're slowly building that room out of soap, and that's going to be the first room in the fortress. The next room that we'll build will probably be kind of like some kind of defensive wall, because we do have goblins here, and we have no way of protecting ourselves from them at the moment. So we need to be careful with that. Hopefully we're not going to create too much wealth in the fortress so that we won't really attract any, but as it stands we have no way to reasonably defend ourselves from any invaders. Okay, we'll put that nest box there. But yeah, the goose room should be good. We're going to grow geese in it, and then we'll butcher them on the regular in order to produce food, and also to produce some more leather and all these other goods that we need. Do you ever actually trade, or is it just bait that the elves that they can kill? Not even fire will be strong enough to destroy the mighty soap walls. So when are you joining the working part of the population? I'm still waiting for the checks to be completed. It's taking a very long time. A very long time. Move goods. Crafts. Just sell all this junk that I've just made. We made some wooden amulets and crowns and spears and earrings and stuff. We're basically kind of like... We're kind of like... God, we're kind of like bloody elves in this fortress. Is what I was going to say. Just move all that junk over there. Sorry to hear that, but it will happen, and then you'll be rich and famous. I hope it happens. I don't want to be rich and famous, though. Or at least I don't think I do. Maybe I need to be like a professional streamer, like just double down on the streaming thing and do this for a day, a living. This guy made a figurine of a mosquito. Okay, yeah, we'll just trade all this junk that we made. We'll trade all these dice that we made. We will. For this kind of value, we'll probably be able to get all of his animals actually. So we'll take the goose, we'll take the gander, we'll take the horse, we'll take the reindeer cow, we'll take the alpaca. We'll also take some food if there's any good food here. It doesn't have any other animals that we could take other than the rabbit, but the rabbit wouldn't give us any meat. We wouldn't be able to make the rabbit into soap. We'll take some bags. Pigtail bag is fine. Sheep wool bag is fine. Actually, I don't want those ones. Sorry. I'm getting all muddled up. Another pigtail bag. A llama wool bag. Another pigtail bag. And we'll take a box full of leather so that we can make some more bags. And we'll also take another box full of leather to make even more bags. And I think that's about it as far as things that I want. I'm probably going to trade with him in excess of what I actually want. Holy shit, we can buy some books. Look at the books that they brought with us. No, I think this is a new update. They don't usually bring books with them. But one of the traders have brought with them some books. They brought the Eviscerated Cutter and the Dwarf. They bought a book called Vukar Wire Squirted. They bought a book called The Wizard's Guide to the Movement of Animals. There's a book called My Thoughts on Autonomy. And then there's The Study of Models. I've never seen them bring books. I've always seen them bring empty ones, but not named ones or ones that have been written in. Do we want to buy any of these? What do you reckon? Should we buy one of these books? We could afford it. Here, chat. Which book do you reckon I should buy out of these ones? We could buy The Wizard's Guide to the Movement of Animals. We could buy The Eviscerated Clutter and the Dwarf. We could buy My Thoughts on Anatomy. We could buy The Study of Models, or we could buy a book called Vukar Wire Squirted. Worm says the wizardry book. Let's buy the wizard book. Where did I get all that money? We made some crafts. We made some stuff out of wood, and we sold the crafts that we made out of wood in return for what we're buying. But yeah, that means that we actually have a... Oh, we got some migrants as well. That's really well timed. So we've got an artifact now in the fortress. It's a Morganites-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 36-page essay entitled "Never Underestimate the Cult of Suns." Wait, that wasn't the book that we bought? Why did the name change? Oh shit, shit. Shit. Okay, this might be really bad. I hope it isn't. I'm hoping we haven't just accidentally bought a necromancer tome because I don't want my dwarves to be necromancers. But it looked like it might have been. I don't know, like, look here, okay, it just says here, books written by necromancers may contain the secrets of life and death. I've never seen that warning on a book before. I'm really worried that this is a necromancer tome. I have no idea whether it's a necromancer tome. Check the description. It didn't say that it was, though. Like, I was just... Okay, hold on. Yeah, the description doesn't say that. It just says it's an essay about the acceptance of a dwarf to a member of a cult. I don't think it is a necromancer book. I'm just kind of worried about it, though. Because if it is a necromancer book and our dwarves start reading it, then we'll have a shitload of necromancers walking around the fortress. And I would prefer that that didn't happen. Build a library for it. We will build a library, for sure. We are going to build a library. Alright, let's butcher some more of these animals. We got 2 new geese, we got an alpaca and a horse. We're going to butcher the cow, the alpaca and the horse. They are usually, but I'm just kind of worried about it. I guess we'll just continue and see what happens. Maybe the necromancer was like, I want to write about something other than the secrets of life and death for once. I guess that could happen. Anyway, I'm sorry for upsetting the public school teacher inside you, Worm. I can't help it though. I do like to swear. It's a you know, I'm a naughty person. Especially when things go wrong or like weird stuff happens. I think that migrant wave only had 2 dwarves in it. Yes, it did. It only had 2 dwarves in it. We have a miller, which isn't too bad. We do need to do some milling at some point. And we've also got a small animal dissector, who is also a woodcutter. We don't need 3 woodcutters. That's ridiculous. Vukar... Wait, actually, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Right. I think actually we have got a couple of books in the fortress. Vukar Rosie machines. Oh no, we've actually got 2 books in the fortress. It's just that one of them isn't showing up on the screen. So actually, oh, right, yeah, no, okay, we have 2 books in the fortress. We've got 2 books in the fortress. One of them is a copy, so it doesn't show up on the artifact screen because it's a copy of an original book. But one of the migrant dwarves actually brought a book with him. And that's the book that he brought with him. This guy here, Vukar, his name is Vukar Rosie Machines, that's his name. He is a woodcutter. He brought a book with him that he wrote himself about the time that he got kicked out of a cult, which is a really interesting sort of book for him to make, I suppose. Like, yeah, like, man, he just got kicked out of the cult and he's so upset about it. I don't think he's a migrant necromancer. I just think he's a migrant dwarf. Because if he was a necromancer, then it would say he was one. He would come up as a necromancer, right? His name would be. It would say necromancer woodcutter instead of just woodcutter. So I think he's just a dwarf who's brought a book with him. So yeah, I got panicky over nothing. Basically, I'm an idiot. Right, what kind of soundtrack we're gonna go for now? Yeah, I'm just getting panicky over nothing. The traders are going to leave. I think we did just butcher one of those animals. No, we didn't. Oh, yeah, we did. We butchered another horse, which means that we got some more tallow, so we can make some more soap. So we're going to make some more bars of horse soap. Our soap maker is probably getting pretty good at soap making at this point. Let's check and see. He is currently... No, he's still only a proficient soap maker. We do have an adequate soap maker, so maybe he's been doing some of the soap making as well. Right, so how's that? Okay, so we should have a bunch of rock nut leaves in here. Spice barrel. We have quarry bush leaves. We need to process these, and that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to process them into bags. I believe that's the thing. I almost never use quarry bushes for anything. Somebody's going to have to tell me. Yeah, I think this is the correct label. We process them to bag, and they will process a dwarf will process will process them into 5 quarry bush leaves and a rock nut. Or maybe he's already done it. Actually, do we actually have kitchen seeds? No. These say that they're seeds though. Like, do we have quarry bushes in one of these other ones somewhere? Or maybe I've screwed this up somehow. Oh yeah, we have quarry bushes in here. So we have some leaves, but we have some quarry bushes there. The other thing I think I'm going to start doing is we've got a lot of food. We don't have many drinks. We're going to have to start making some drinks as well. So let's just have our dwarves brew drinks from plant, and we'll have them do that. We want to start cutting down even more trees, just get more trees cleared. And we're going to start making some above ground farms as well. We should actually really do it around here where we've cleared out some stuff. So let's make a farm plot here. And we'll just... it doesn't have to be a massive one. It's going to be... We can make a lot of... food out of a really small farm plots. We'll make 2 farm plots there. Get bags, they make leaf bags, and they leave nuts, press the nuts into soap. The nuts are also what we plant though, right? So we need to make sure that we don't process too many of them into soap. Because if we process them, then it'll turn into paste. But we'll then lose the seeds. So we need to make sure that we don't do too many of them, right? Also, the dog's barking or something. I think somebody's just come here. Okay, I think we've probably got enough crafts for now. Let's cancel that task so we can go do other things. We need that. We're going to need to make some mechanics as well, so we'll make a bunch of rock mechanisms. Yeah, we got some horse soap. We got some more horse soap here. Let's continue to make the walls on here. I'm not sure how much soap we can place here. We've got 9 bars of soap. Oh, we're exactly 1 bar of soap away from being able to complete this. Okay. There we go. We've almost finished our first soap room. It's such a good milestone that we're already there. And this is just from animal soap. We haven't even really begun to start... you know, we haven't really begun to start making other kinds of soap. In fact, why don't we start butchering... let's butcher the reindeer cow. Next, we'll butcher the reindeer for some reindeer soap. Yeah, this wall, horse soap wall. Water buffalo soap wall, the water buffalo soap bridge. We'll need to enclose the top of it with soap as well, so we'll need to make a soap roof. We'll also need to make some soap stairs in there as well, just so that we can get onto the roof. But it's a good start. We're making progress. Man, 2 hours into the stream, and this is all we've got of a fortress. This is not a fortress, is it? This is barely a fortress. Alright. BC walls, yeah, we spent about an hour finding the place, so we've done pretty well for an hour's work, I think. Especially given the constraints that we're under. Okay, we got a load more tallow, kitchen. Kind of tallow, yeah, we don't want to cook reindeer tallow either. Each animal gives us about 9 bars of soap, so that's a decent chunk of soap, but it's not like loads of soap or anything. I think the next thing we need to do is build like a soap perimeter wall, so that we have a walled off enclosed area that we can have our dwarves hide in if anything goes wrong. And we'll probably enclose off one of the stray cats has adopted a dwarf. That's fine. We should also butcher that alpaca. We still have plenty of food. We don't have many drinks though. We should have had a dwarf. Oh, we might need some. We might need some barrels. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, not beds. These dwarves are not going to get any beds for a very long time, unfortunately. We can't make beds on the surface. They have to be inside a room, which means that we can't actually make many beds until the soap fortress is a lot further into construction. So yeah, they are not going to be able to have any decent sleeps for a long time because we can't designate any bedrooms or build any beds outside. We also can't build an office, so we can't have like a manager dwarf until we've got a room, which means that we probably want to actually focus on doing that pretty soon. Reindeer soap. We'll start building the wall off of here. So we'll build the wall just kind of there as well, and then we can put like a little office right next to the wall. But we'll have that there anyway, and that'll be kind of like where the perimeter wall of the soap fortress goes. And we'll have like rooms inside here and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, we should also have some mechanisms now, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So the first thing, this is going to be the first, we're just going to go here, we're going to go to T, we're going to go to L, we're going to put a lever here, and we're going to hook it up to the soap bridge. Because this is going to be a place for us to put some stuff in. Just bear with me 1 second, I'll just be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Right, put the rainbow soap bar there. Yeah, we're making more soap. We're gonna get more, God. Do you reckon you'd see this fortress first, or would you smell it first? Which would happen? Like an invading army. They come to the soap fortress, and before they even see the walls, they can just smell it. They can smell like the soapy, the soapy fortress. You can probably smell it for miles. Yeah, it's gonna keep the elves away, that's for sure. I wonder if we'll ever see them. You know, do you reckon we'll be having many visits from the elves? Okay, we'll grow fisher berries in one of these plots. We're going to grow fisher berries in the top plot. And in the bottom plot, we're going to grow cotton. Yeah, that's... Yeah, and then in the bottom here, we're going to grow cotton. So we'll grow cotton all year round. And there we go. So we're going to grow fisher berries, and we're also going to grow cotton. Which is a pretty good mix, I'd say. A pretty good mix of things, all things considered. Oh yeah, that also probably really stinks as well, like the smell of like boiling fat and all those other things. Okay, we're gonna have to dig out some space down here because we're just running out of rocks. So we're just gonna dig out, and we're just gonna dig in. You know, just have our miner dwarf come down here and dig us some rocks out. Alright, we got plenty of that. We got a decent chunk of drink still. We should have made some more barrels, so we're going to tell this dwarf here to not that. Brew drinks from plants, and just repeat that for a while. We're going to set ourselves up with a administrator dwarf. We need a dwarf to administer this area, so we just need to make a really small office out of soap. So that's just going to go in the corner there. And what we'll also need to do is we'll have to make some stairs, a stairway out of soap. And that's going to be a lot of our soap for the foreseeable future. We're going to link this up to a bridge. We're going to link that up to that bridge there, and that's just going to be... we're going to close all the geese inside the enclosure so that the dwarves don't disturb the eggs. Basically, yes, we got that goose there, I'll put that goose there. Just get all the geese and put them in there. The geese will claim nest boxes, right? They claim the nest boxes, and once they've been claimed, then they'll lay eggs in the next nest, in the boxes, right? So you can see here, this one's got geese eggs in it, and those ones are fertile, which means that they'll hatch. They'll have geese, right? But what tends to happen is the dwarves will pick up the. Why are they cancelling the construction? Is it really because there's wood in the way? Just move the wood, bro. Come on, it's that easy. There we go. Yeah, they'll pick up the eggs and they'll like eat them, or you know, all that kind of stuff. So to prevent dwarves from eating the eggs before they can grow up into being, you know, into being geese, we're gonna lock all the geese in that room and just leave them in there for the foreseeable future, and that's gonna prevent the. Oh, puppies! Great. Puppies is going to be another source of soap for us. A very important and valuable source of soap. Puppy soap. Well, dog soap when they grow up to be dogs, but yeah. That's why we brought so many dog sources as well. Right, alpaca soap there. So we're going to have... Oh, I don't want rams, actually. That's wrong. So we're actually building our first indoor room here. It's going to be a room for our... Oh, right, we want a door as well, don't we? It's going to be a room for our administrator to sit in. We're going to have a manager in that room, and he's going to administer the fortress so that we can set orders a lot easier. We don't have to go to each workshop individually. We can just say to one of our dwarves, you know, go make soap, and then a dwarf will go make soap. Saves us a lot of trouble and effort. So yeah, we'll have the very first room in the entire fortress. In fact, why don't we make the floor out of soap as well? We'll just finish the look. Have a nice soap floor inside as well. I know it's a bit of a waste of soap, but we're starting to get there in terms of just having lots of soap. So I think we can afford to be a bit more wasteful with it. Yeah, alpaca soap wall. Okay, so has this been linked up? I think it has, so we'll pull this lever. Okay. We put a table inside there, a chair inside there, and then that's going to be the office of the manager as soon as we've actually got a dwarf who is free to be the manager, basically. So you can see that they put that inside there. They put that inside there. And then the last thing that we need is just we just need them to make a door, and then we've got ourselves a really small manager's office, an exceptionally small manager's office actually. Okay, so we've got all that down there. Right, we want to start processing some cotton, I think, into yeah, we want to start processing some cotton. Fisher berries. Are we actually growing fisher berries then? I don't see anyone planting any. Okay, one of the dwarves is brewing plants, which is good. We need them to keep brewing those plants there. A lot of dwarves will come into the office to eat because it's the only place where they can sit down and eat, so that'll make them a bit happier when they have somewhere to actually, you know, eat a meal that isn't just on the floor or standing up. Okay, is our brewer actually brewing? I don't see anyone doing that brewing task. Do I have my brewer set to do something else as well? We still have this guy here, this woodcutter. He's not doing anything. I'm going to make him into a farmer as well. He can be a farmer and he can also be a brewer, so he's doing both of those at the same time. Oh, and we've discovered the caverns. Great. Right, so yeah, this is the caverns, it looks like. We won't be doing much down here. Although look at this here. This is a really weird cavern, isn't it? Like, this is all mud. This is all muddy caverns. I've never really seen a caverns like this, if I'm honest. Like, it's all just muddy down here. I don't think I have seen... No, I don't think I have. Alright, we want to block that off anyway. We don't want them to get inside here by, you know, being able to get any monsters inside the fortress, but still. Pretty interesting that the cavern is so low down. That's a really low cavern. Like, here is a rock layer, here there's rock, and almost immediately just hitting the caverns there. The miller has been stung by a bumblebee. Wow, we're really running low on drinks. I need that guy to come and actually brew some drinks. So, they're just both planting seeds. Right, I'm gonna tell one of them that they're not allowed to farm anymore, just so that we actually have one of them brewing. I need someone to desperately brew some drinks, otherwise, you know, we're not going to get any meals. Alright, we've got some kittens as well. We're going to be able to butcher those into cat soap. That's another kind of soap that we can make in our fortress now. This guy's never made any wine before, but he's been told he has to go make some wine, so he's going to go do that. Right, kitchen. Don't cook any of these plants, because if you cook them, then we don't get any seeds. Just always... Actually, quarry bush leaves can be cooked, that's fine. You can cook the quarry bush leaves. They're really valuable for cooking. But we can't get any oil out of them. We need to get the oil from the rock nuts. How are we doing for rock nuts as well? So kitchen, seeds... we have a lot of cotton seeds, loads of cotton seeds in fact, so we could probably start pressing some cotton seeds. So in order to do that, we're going to have to make a... We're going to have to make a quern. Yeah. Okay. Right, we're going to set an area for that over here. We're going to first of all we need to get a mason to build ourselves a build two of those. I'll have two of those. I don't really need to, but we'll have two anyway. We're also going to... Alright, winter's arrived. Oh, the game's kind of frozen. I guess winter was too scary for them. Oh, offloading units. It's probably freezing a bunch of stuff, and that's why it's yeah, there we go. Winter's arrived. Yeah, so we got plenty of fertile geese eggs in there, which is really good. One of the geese got out though. Is that a crocodile over there? No, it's a pangolin. Let's get this door over here. So we got that room, the first actual room in the entire fortress. Did we make any more soap here? Can we make any more soap? No, we need more tallow. But we're gonna start making some actual cotton soap. We're gonna be making some cotton soap. So they're constructing some rock querns over there. I'm gonna tell one of my dwarves to go and just gather some more plants. It's always worthwhile to just do this. So just go and gather plants and just gather them from over here. Just get whatever you can find, and you know, turn that. We might get some more cotton that way. We have loads of cotton thread actually. We could make some cloth bags. We've mostly been making bags out of leather, but we can make some out of that as well, because we're going to need plenty of bags. Yeah, we got whole bags full of quarry bush leaves. We can just cook those, and then that'll be a really good source of. In fact, we should definitely do some cooking, 100%. So I'm gonna tell them to just start making lavish meals, and just do that on repeat. Just make a whole bunch of meals, and then we'll have a lot of really nice meals for our dwarves to eat, which will make them happy. It'll make them feel better. And we've also now got a lot more beer. We've also got rice. We've got cassava, sewer brew, as it's called. You know, who wouldn't want to eat some sewer brew, right? Alright, there we go. So he's making some meals there. Right, so that's that there. Do we... No, yeah. So, what we're going to do, over here we're going to put our... we're going to put these down here, the querns, I guess. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We'll put one there, and we'll put one there. And we'll just have those over there to the side. And we're also going to build some stockpiles, and we're going to designate just a couple of stockpiles. So we need a stockpile that is going to accept... Okay, where is it? It's kind of tricky. This is quern. Okay, so actually we'll wait until they place those there, and then we'll do the stockpile shenanigans. Build the stockpile, and then custom tea. Enable food, block all, and then enable plants, permit plants, actually forbid plants. Search for this cotton. So cotton. Oh no, actually no, it's not cotton, is it? It's cotton. No, it's cotton seeds, right? God, I can't. Yeah, it's seeds. It's the seeds. It's cotton oil comes from the seeds. So it's So we go to here, seeds, search, cotton seeds. So we want to only put cotton seeds here, and we also want to put furniture. It's not in furniture. Is it in furniture? Boxes and bags. Yeah, it is. So block all except for boxes and bags. Oh, block all. Permit that. Forbid. And then permit, except for... Oh, this is so annoying to do this. Okay, right, yeah. And then permit other materials, except for wood. I don't want any wood there. Yeah, and that's all fine. So yeah, that'll do. And then we'll put that stockpile right here. We'll build another one exactly the same right there. And then we'll give to that, and then this one will give to that one there. Okay, really tedious, but that's what we have to do. Oh, so we got some goslings as well. Good. Okay, so we've done that. Now we've got these. We need to mill plants. And just, is it mill plants? No, it should be seeds, nuts to paste. That's what I need them to do. What's in this then? Okay, they haven't put any seeds in there yet. We do have this like massive seed stockpile, so no, that's not the seed stockpile. The seed stockpile's down here. Yeah. Settings, change settings, food, seeds, and then search, and then we don't want to put cotton seeds in here anymore. So cotton seeds are no longer allowed in this stockpile. You can see here though, there's just loads of seeds in there anyway. We do need to make some more buckets. No, that's the wrong one. Is it B? Capital B? Buckets E. Oh, actually, we can use dwarf hack, can't we? Alright, well, we've done that anyway already. So yeah, you can see here we've got a shitload of goslings. We have loads of them. We're going to wait until all of these have grown up into being like proper geese. We're factory farming geese, like 100%. This is factory farming through and through. The conditions that we got these geese in is 100% barbaric, but it is one of the easiest ways to make soap in this game, is just by making a hell of a lot of geese, breeding geese, and then turning them into soap. So that's what we're doing. Again, it is very cruel and evil what we're doing, but at the same time, well, you know, we're doing it. Yeah, so we milled seeds to paste. Let's see if it cancels that task. We should still be making ash. We probably already have loads of lye now, right? So if you go to stocks, and then it's in globs, right? Globs. We got 60 globs? No, we don't have any lye. Unless it's in liquids. We need a bookkeeper, 100%. We really need a bookkeeper. Okay, so we want to enable on here food and then block all, except for any kind of extract, except for gnome blights, which we're not going to use. Gnome blights are dwarven syrup, so no golden salt, yeah, so any of those kinds of oil. And they can also put the seed cakes here as well. We're never going to use the seed press cakes for anything in particular. But they can just put those there, and they can also put the paste there as well. Again, this is just this is kind of like the after results. So we get the paste, and that goes all into this big stockpile there. So once we made the paste, we then need to make it into we need to actually make the paste into oil. So in order to do that, we're going to need some more machines. We're going to need some more bloody machines. For that, we're going to need screw presses. So yeah, we're going to build 2 screw presses. So BC, we should really have everything we need to do it. It's in machine components, or is it? No, it's in offering place, cabinets, burial receptacles, paved roads, screw press, display furniture, supports, animal traps, restraints, cages. I don't see it in here. Is it machine components? No. Oh, it's in workshops. It's a workshop, isn't it? Yeah, whoop the screw press. So I'll build a screw press there. And we need some more rocks. We just need some more rocks. Well, we need some more mechanisms, sorry. We've got plenty of rocks, we just need more mechanisms. Okay, construct some more mechanisms there. Let's also make some more bags. So, we've got all this leather here. Where is it? Alright, construct some more bags. We need some more bags to store our seeds in and everything else. Okay, we've got plenty of drinks. I'm going to tell them to stop brewing drinks now. We've got plenty of them. Do this one a whole bunch of times. We should have a dwarf with the mechanic skill enabled, although he might be focused too much on making mechanisms and need to actually build that for us. He's milling. Who is our current? Who's our current mechanic? Our mechanic is currently. Yeah, he's currently constructing mechanics. Mechanisms. The stray kitten has been stung by a bumblebee. Right, so we've got the screw press. We should now have some. We have some cottonseed paste. So what we need to do now is we need to go back to our crafts dwarf workshop, and we need to go to here to wood, and we need to make jugs. We just need to make lots of wooden jugs, and we're just going to tell him to make as many wooden jugs as he can, and that is going to be the last thing that we need in order to be able to make ourselves some soap out of cotton. It's taken us a long time. It's taken us a long time to actually be able to make soap out of cotton, but we're finally here. We've finally done every single step on the production that we need to do. We're still making soap out of other things as well. We don't have any lye. I just always want to have loads of lye. Yeah, we have a bunch of lye in here. Okay, cool. We might not have enough buckets, that might be part of the problem. We don't have any tallow, so we need to butcher some more animals for tallow, but we'll be able to do that. As soon as our geese grow up, we'll butcher them for tallow, and then we'll get some more. I think we have run out of soap though, right? Stocks. Bars. Oh, I can't check because I don't have a bookkeeper. Hopefully we'll get a decent migrant wave soon as well, and then we can appoint some of these nobles who will make our lives a lot easier. At the moment it's kind of tricky because we just don't have a lot of dwarves that we can really use for different things, so we've just kind of got to have the small amount of dwarves that we do have just focus on you know, what they can focus on. Okay, so yeah, they're finally making some oil. We're finally getting our first little bit of cottonseed oil. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. It's taken us an hour to embark. It's taken us an hour to find a location to actually start building a fortress. We weren't able to find any olives, so most of that time was just wasted. It's taken us this long to get just this bare bones fortress that you can see. You could barely call this a fortress. It's a bunch of dwarves in a forest, hanging out in a forest together. That's all it really is. But we're finally here. We're finally starting to make soap in large quantities. I hope soon, anyway. We'll be able to do that. So we have some oil. So our dwarf is going to go make some soap from some oil. You can see here they got the oil in these jugs. It contains cottonseed oil. So yeah, our soap making dwarf is going to go grab the cottonseed oil, and he's going to go drag it over there, turn it into soap. Then we'll be able to make the soap into walls, and then we'll have maybe some kind of fortification before any goblins show up. Although I somehow doubt that we'll actually have anything resembling a safe fortress by this point. You'll love to see it. Yeah, we still got plenty of drinks and stuff. What kind of, oh, this has got a load of rotten horse meat in it. Yeah, rotten water buffalo meat in it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's a rotten horse meat roast. We don't have many dwarves, so a lot of the food is just going to rot. But we do need to keep butchering animals because we just need them for the soap more than anything else. It's just unfortunate about the oh, petitions available. No, I really don't need you here to eradicate monsters. That's fine. You can go home. You know, just go find a different fortress to stay at. I think it might be a good idea, to be honest. This fortress is really not an advanced sort of fortress. There we go. Look, we got our first cottonseed oil soap right there. Finally. So that means that we can start to build some, or at least we will be able to build some as soon as they put the bars of soap into the bar stockpile. Yeah. We're starting to make some walls out of cottonseed oil soap, which is a more kind of secure way of doing it. Where did that goslings go actually? I just realised, where are they at? Are they all standing on the same tile? No. Why are they all the way over there? Oh my god, I hate it when that happens. Okay, I understand why that happened though. Right, yeah. It's a weird thing where basically, because there isn't a meeting area designated anywhere in the fortress, animals will hang out near the wagon, and because there wasn't a roof on top of the goose enclosure, all of the geese got out through flying through the roof, and yeah, they're now hanging out near the They're now hanging out near where the wagon was. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to build a roof over the top of this place to prevent them from doing that, because otherwise they'll keep doing that. Really irritating behaviour. Right. I don't think we have much soap though, do we? No, not yet. We're still just making it. It's a shame you can't make soap out of coconut palm. I think that's a pretty common thing to make soap out of, right? Do we still have plenty of cotton seeds? Yeah, we still have a decent amount of cotton seeds. We don't want to use too many of them for this. Okay, process plants and just do that on repeat because I need to process the plants. I need to process any cotton we got into cotton thread so that I can get some more seeds from them. An elf hammerman is visiting. I wonder what kind of elf hammerman would. I wonder what kind of elf would become a hammerman. That really doesn't seem like the sort of weapon that an elf would have, does it? Hey, I guess you know there's all sorts of people in the world, right? Still, it just seems kind of out of the ordinary. You wouldn't expect it. What's that level worker doing? He's not really doing. Oh, he's sleeping. Okay. That explains why he's not making bags at the moment. Ah, okay. What's the hold up on the soap? Is it just because we've only got like one dwarf making soap and it takes a long time? I guess we should... When we got more migrants, we'll have more dedicated soap making dwarves. But at the moment we only have like a handful of dwarves doing it, so... It's a bit of a pain in the arse. It is almost spring. It is almost spring. And with that we'll get some more dwarves in the fortress, so... Or at least I hope we do. Alright, right, we got a new bar of cottonseed oil soap there. Yeah, we'll continue to make this the second office here. We need another office when all is said and done. The second office will be for our bookkeeper. We'll have a manager's office and a bookkeeper's office. And we'll also start thinking about building probably some kind of communal bedroom as well next. Alright, stocks. Oil. Where's oil? Oil being liquid, wouldn't it? I can't see what kinds of liquid we got. Or indeed what kinds of anything we got, because again we just don't have enough we don't have a bookkeeper to check on the stocks and see how much stuff of everything we got. Is this guy still making mechanics? No, so he should be making this screw press in a second. We don't need the second screw press just yet, but I want to make sure that we got it ready. Alright, that tree is in the way. We need to cut down a couple of trees. Just another... Man, if we were making a fortress out of wood, this would be hell of a lot easier. Like, look how much wood we got in this location. It's just ridiculous. It used to be a lot more difficult in this game to make wooden fortresses, but in this, for a while now, it's been quite relatively straightforward to do. It's because basically it used to be when you built a fortress out of wood, like trees used to occupy like a single tile. So one tree, when you cut it down, will give you one block of wood. So you'd have to cut down like loads of trees in order to make anything out of wood. Nowadays, though, you just get like a single tree will give you 50 logs. We got over 1,000 logs on the map just already because yeah, we just got that much sort of wood. It's ridiculous. Right, floor. Yeah, we got a decent amount of that, so we'll be able to make the second office there. build a floor inside as well, just so they got it done and dusted. Those animals aren't inaccessible, you know. They're very obviously accessible. Right, let's build seafloor. Right, just need one more piece of soap, and then we got the second office room built. Okay, we've ran out of oil. That's fine. I think we still have a decent amount of kitchen seeds, cotton seeds. Yeah, we've got plenty of cotton seeds. So we will. Okay, we just need to wait until they put the cotton seeds into the stockpile. Yeah, just do more tasks to that. Just keep milling those seeds. Keep milling them into paste. Don't cook cottonseed oil, please don't. Also, don't cook cotton seeds either. Goose eggs, don't cook goose eggs. We could probably start. Growing rice. Rice would be a pretty good thing to grow. We could then mill the rice into flour and then cook the flour. It's a pretty good source of food. Right, we'll be able to grow some quarry bushes in the spring as soon as spring arrives. Well, how do we not have any pump pellet seeds? It's really weird. We haven't cooked them all, do we? Have we? No, we do have a load of pump helmets though. I guess we're just not. They're just not eating the pump helmets. Although I'm guessing we're mostly going in on like. Well, we got rice beer. We're running out of dwarven beer. We'll tell our dwarf here to start making some more drinks. Just make a shitload more drinks. Okay, we're putting the geese back into our factory farm. I think they're all mostly in there. I don't see any that are outside. They could be still outside somewhere, but I don't see that they are. Repeat that. Yeah, we got loads of paste here. Cottonseed oh, these are press cakes, yeah. They do have some paste there. Press cakes are like really low value food. You can kind of imagine what one would taste like. Like, can you imagine just eating just a bunch of seeds pressed together to make a really disgusting cake? That's kind of what it is. It's just like a byproduct of this process, but it does give us a little bit of food that we can, dwarves will eat. It's really low value though, really low value food. Like worse value even than some exceptionally other kinds of low value food you can get. Okay, spring's going to arrive. We should actually have the elves trade with us. I do want to trade with them. I know that normally trading with elves is a bit sort of suspect, but this time I think we're just going to trade with them fairly. I don't think we're going to do any stuff like stealing their goods. It's too easy to steal from the elves, to be honest. It's a bit child's play, I guess you could say. Stealing from elves is a little bit it's a bit like taking candy from a baby. It's a bit rude. I'm not going to do it this time. Okay, but yeah, holy shit. Something just spooked the hell out of my geese. I don't know if you saw that on the screen. Something just spooked the hell out of the geese. I think it was a fly. I think it was a sparrow. But yeah, all the geese just fled out of my pasture. They just fled from the pasture. Something. I think it was a giant eagle, a giant sparrow of some description. It just really spooked them, and now they are just everywhere. Alright, the dwarves are corralling the geese back inside. Is that dog blood over there? Spattering of rat blood. Okay. Alright, come on, get the geese back inside. Get them inside there. We really need to build a cover over the top of this. Okay, right, they're still just slowly getting on. It's just a bit of a slow one, really. It's off to a slow start, but we'll get there eventually. Stealing from humans, though, humans are much more harder to survive. Yes, they are. Elves, though, they just don't give up. They just don't put up a fight at all. Like, you can take whatever you want from them, and they just will basically let you. It's a really trivial sort of thing to do. Like they just do not have the capacity at all to put up a fight. Like they'll let you take whatever you want off them. I mean, eventually, if you annoy them enough, they'll come after you. You know, eventually, if you annoy them enough, they'll come after you in that sense, and they'll do all that kind of stuff. But up until that point, they're just kind of pathetic. Even after they come after you, they're still pretty pathetic because they'll bring weapons made entirely out of wood, and you know, they won't be able to do much damage. Elves are perhaps the easiest enemies to fight in this game. The only thing that's kind of worrying about elves is that they ambush, so sometimes they'll show up without announcing themselves. And they also bring with them some pretty nasty animals sometimes as well, which can be a bit of a hassle. But other than that, yeah, they're really not anything that you ever have to worry about particularly. Yeah, just put all those, build that over there. We'll build a cover over the goose room. We'll just build a floor over the top of the goose room because I don't want my animals to get spooked anymore. But we have to wait until we've got some more soap for that. Yeah, we need 32 bars of soap in order to build the floor over the top, and we currently have no soap, so yeah. Process, do that. I think I have 2 dwarves who are set to do screw pressing, right? I have 2 presser dwarves. There's 1 dwarf assigned to pressing. No, this one's assigned to brewing and press. He's brewing, but we'll also make him a presser as well. I do have 2 millers, right? Yeah, I do. I have 2 millers. This one is... No, I have 1 miller. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, my presser is also my soap maker, which is probably slowing us down a little bit. But we do have another soap maker as well. Right, okay. In that case, I'm gonna... Yeah, no, I'll leave it like that. I think we'll leave the labels like that. We really just need some more migrants to show up. We need some more dwarves to show up in the fortress. And once that's happened, we'll be able to rely on that. Oh, the other thing is as well, just if anybody was curious, we are going to be playing some other games soon as well. I know I've been playing a lot of Dwarf Fortress lately, but we're going to be playing some other games soon. one of the games I'm really looking forward to is this new Stellaris expansion. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hoping that we'll be able to play that. I'll definitely get it when it comes out. So when it comes out, we'll play it. I'm just really looking forward to that game so much. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's a really exciting looking game. Well, DLC. I've had a lot of fun with Stellaris since it's come out, and I think a lot of the DLCs have really improved the game a lot. The game was kind of it had some issues when it first came out, but the DLCs have gone a long way to address a lot of those issues. So I'm really looking forward to this next DLC. But also just because I always love the kind of because it's about like I guess like the space UN. That really fascinates me. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they've done that. So if you're interested in seeing my thoughts on that, on whatever their version of the Space UN is like, then keep an eye out for that, because we'll definitely go over it and we'll talk about we'll talk a little bit about perhaps how similar it is to the real UN. That's an interesting topic, because I don't know, like, has anybody else been following the development of Stellaris, the newest DLC? Like, has anybody in the chat been keeping an eye on it at all? I think in the newest one, right, it's you start by I don't know how to put it. It's yeah. Well, you know what I mean, right? Like, it looks like it's going to be interesting anyway, so we'll see what it's like. I'm just really interested to see how it goes. I don't think it'll be anything like the real UN though. It's probably, in my opinion, it's probably what it's going to be. It's probably not going to be anything like the actual UN. Oh, if anybody here is wondering why I'm so concerned about like the representation of the UN, before I was streaming, the thing I was doing was a degree in human rights law. So like anything to do with international law. Anything to do with that kind of stuff, it really interests me. I'm really into that kind of stuff. Which makes me kind of boring. I'm a bit of a boring sod, but what can I say? Okay, finally spring is here. Hopefully we get some migrants. Stellaris ain't my jam, but that sounds interesting. I'm just interested to see how they handle it, because like I've read a little bit of the dev diaries. I gather that you have different forms of Galactic Council or whatever it is. So like you have you just have all this kind of stuff. I don't know. It looks interesting anyway. You can build. You get like a galactic community. Here, I'm gonna have a look at the dev diary whilst I wait for the migrants to arrive. Oh yeah, there's like stuff for passing resolutions and stuff. So you can pass different kinds of resolutions, and then resolutions are voted on, and then you have different kinds of diplomatic weights. So yeah. Favors, there's like a galactic council. And then they have like a veto power. It's kind of interesting to see, and it's interesting how that compares to other stuff. I think perhaps it's a little bit more legislative than the real one is. All right, yeah, we got some more soap. We'll build some more soap walls. Oh, I was going to build a soap roof, wasn't I? Nah, we need to get the walls done. We desperately need to get some walls done. We can't afford to wait any longer. So I'm just going to focus on building the walls, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully we can get just any kind of protection up that will stop any goblins from just getting in our shit, getting in our way whenever they arrive. Okay, right, right. Hopefully we do get the migrant wave soon, though. I really need some more migrants. Just any migrants at all would be really helpful. Just so that I could appoint some, just so I can appoint some like administrators. I need to get a bookkeeper and a manager to help me automate a lot of these tasks a little bit. An elven caravan has arrived. Okay, let's trade with some elves. We're going to move some... Oh god, we don't have anything to trade with them. I just realised this. I said that I wouldn't steal their stuff because stealing from the elves is too easy. But at the same time, I don't have anything I could trade them. Other than maybe meals. Maybe I have a lot of meals just lying around. Possibly. I have some drinks, but they're all in wooden barrels and they'll get pissed off at me. Unless I got some food then, I don't think I have anything that I could trade them. We still have that book. We could sell them the book that we bought from the other people. Yeah, everything I've got is made out of wood. It's like made out of wood. Oh, actually, we have a bunch of nickel, lead, and copper cages. We could sell them those cages. We got those earlier. We also have a lot of thread. We have a shitload of cotton thread. Possibly we could try and make that into some cloth and then sell the cloth. I don't know. But we really don't have anything that we can sell them. We could try and make some rock crafts. We got a load of shale. We got a little bit of shale. We could try and make some rock crafts to sell them real quick. I guess we'll do that, right? We'll okay, stop making wooden jugs and just go to rocks and then make crafts and then just keep making those forever. We probably got more than enough jugs for the life of the fortress anyway. Yeah, we'll sell these cages. We don't need these cages anyway. So the elvish caravans here. I bet they haven't brought much with them anyway. They don't tend. Well, they could have brought. They could have brought like some animals that we could butcher. That's mostly what I'm after. I'm just after animals to butcher. So if they brought those with them, then let's see. They brought a gibbon. They've also brought an alligator and a kestrel. So we could take all of those. I'd be up for butchering all of those. Alligator soap. I can imagine it now. Soap made out of alligator. Right, let's okay, so we should now have some crafts as well that we can move over. Made out of wood. Yeah, shale bracelets, crowns. There's a bunch of shit made out of shale. We'll move that over there. Let's also request that the trader come to the depot. Alligator soap, how fancy indeed, indeed. Like, what's not to love about some nice, beautiful alligator soap to make our beautiful fortress out of, right? Right. Okay. Our trader's currently eating. Hopefully, he'll come to the depot next. Yeah, I can see him eating. Right. Let's trade. So we've got some copper cages that aren't worth very much. We've got some lead and some other stuff. We really don't have much that we can trade. Yeah, we've got a little bit of stuff we can trade. Right, is there anything here that we can ask for? They got a forgotten beast instrument of some description. I really want the gibbon. Oh god, the gibbon's expensive. As is, they've also got a lion tamarin. They got a kestrel, they got an alligator. The alligator's dead expensive as well. They're all really expensive animals. We can't afford them at the moment unless we just move, unless we get some more goods that we can sell. We can't sell them the spiky wooden balls because they'll freak about that. They won't like them. So yeah, we're kind of stuck on that. Again, unless we just got some tool, like some... unless we got some meal somewhere, perhaps. Like prepared meal? No. They'll be in some barrels somewhere, won't they? If we even have any left, I don't even know if we got any prepared meals at the moment. What's in here? That's all just lye in here. It's all lye in there. We've got loads of lye. Massive food stockpile there. No, we don't have much stocks. Where's our like prepared meals? They should be. Prepared meals. We've only got 3 prepared meals. Do we have anything that we can make prepared meals out of? We've got cotton seeds and goose eggs. We could cook some geese eggs and make some prepared geese egg meals. Let's do that. Prepare a lavish meal and repeat. We should also be able to use the press cakes. We should have plenty of press cakes, unless they've been eaten. Why aren't they showing up in others? We got all these press cakes here. Seed press cakes. They should be able to cook those. Unless we have to process them first, I don't think we have to. Pretty sure they'll just do them. Right, so he's got some stuff there. Yeah, we had loads of prepared meals, but they all rotted. He's got some cotton seed roasts. He's got some goose eggs there. He's got some more goose eggs. Maybe we could, if any of my kittens are grown up, we could butcher one of my geese, I suppose. Yeah, let's butcher. We're gonna butcher one of the ganders, and then we'll. All right, so he's gotten some geese eggs. He's making those into some kind of meal. He's now gonna go get some alcohol, I suppose. Oh no, he's just gotten more geese eggs. He's just gone 4 stacks of geese eggs and he's making a geese egg roast. Nothing but the best for Soap Fortress. Yeah, if only, if only. Okay, we've got 20 goose egg roasts. Maybe we can trade those with these bastards. Yeah, there we go. I want the goose egg roasts. Someone put the goose egg roasts in the trade with the elves. Food is usually worth a fair bit. Food can be pretty valuable, so if we trade them this big stack of goose egg roasts, then we might actually have enough value there. Not really, but it is. It's a start, right? It's a start. So we've got 760 value there. We could probably get the gibbon at the very least. So let's move some more goods over. Tools, extracts. We've got a bunch of lye. We've got some more shell earrings and stuff, shell figurines and bracelets. So we'll send those over. We can't sell them anything made out of willow. We've got some cat leather bags. I guess we could try and sell them some bags, but bags aren't worth a great deal. Clothing is worth a lot. We could probably, if we had more dwarves, we could start like a clothing industry because we have a lot of cotton thread. Because we're just always processing cotton. Cancel. Cottonseed paste. We just got loads of cottonseed paste there. Just repeat that task. Okay, we got a little bit more soap. Do we have any more oil in the fortress or no? No, we don't. Okay. We're always really bottlenecked on oil production. Yeah, we still got plenty of cotton seeds. We could just keep making more of that. Do we have any more rock nut seeds yet? I don't even see any rock nuts. Oh, we must have planted all of them. Yeah, if we go downstairs, yeah, we planted all of them. That's fine. Quarry bushes are a really good source of food. We haven't got any fisherberry seeds. Okay, I guess we need to brew some more drinks. Actually, cancel that and repeat. And then if we go to kitchen and then we go to what we can brew, don't brew that. Brew fisherberries, don't brew that. Don't brew that. Brew plum helmets, don't brew that, but don't brew that. Okay, and then we'll brew only plum helmets and fisherberries. Let's just construct a little bit more of the wall. It's only one more block, but it's another block. Okay, we butchered one of our geese, so we're now going to be making that fat. Yeah. Oh, let's move some more goods. We should have some more crap that we can give these bastards. Just more shell rings and earrings and stuff. I don't think that we're going to get much better than this, honestly. We'll just have to accept whatever we can get. Maybe we can get the alligator from them. I don't know. But we'll move those over anyway, and we'll see if we can get like an animal off them that we can then butcher into soap. We've sold them some earrings and stuff made out of rock. You know, they don't make this kind of stuff at home, so yeah, it's just not worth a lot. It's very low value stuff. But still, we can try and get the alligator. 660. They're probably going to say no to this, but we'll try. Yeah, they're not going to accept that. We could try for the black-handed gibbon, I guess. We try that one. Okay, we got the black-handed gibbon, so we got a monkey in a cage. We can butcher the gibbon, which we will do immediately. We're not going to get the alligator, unfortunately. It was either one or the other. But we'll butcher the gibbon. We'll make some gibbon meals. We'll make some gibbon soap. How much did we get? We only got one bit of gibbon fat. Okay, we're only going to make like a single bar of gibbon soap then. That was a waste of resources. Whatever. Still, I guess a single bar of gibbon soap is one more bar of soap. Right. Repeat that and then repeat that. Just keep making bars of soap from tallow and from oil. Just always making soap, as much soap as we can. We'll have a little bit of goose soap. We'll have a little bit of gibbon soap. In fact, he's making some goose tallow soap now. Oh, one of our dwarves has given birth to a baby boy. So we've now got another dwarf in the fortress, except it's just a dwarven baby. Covered in water and wearing no clothes. Okay. Probably going to be a pretty miserable dwarf, considering we're not currently making any clothes or anything, but still. You know, we'll try our best. We probably need to make a stockpile for all these jugs. We just got thousands of them in the fortress, just clogging up space in different areas. So we'll make a stockpile for them. Finished goods? Yeah, I think it's finished goods, isn't it? Jugs. No? Might be tools then. Disable. No. Wait. Is it not in here? Glass, goblets, musical instruments, toys, totems. Tools, right. Okay. So block all except for tools. And just make a stockpile of those over here. So we just got a big stockpile of jugs for when they're not being used for anything. They'll put tools and other jugs and stuff there. But yeah. Man, this fortress is not a very valuable fortress. It's got a little bit of wealth in it. It's exported some wealth in the form of like just things that we've sold, but I don't think walls made out of soap are worth a great deal either, unfortunately. So yeah, we're getting there. Okay, the merchants from the elven village are leaving soon, so we're going to say goodbye to the elves. This time we didn't steal from them. We'll use some goose soap, and we're going to start building the wall down a little bit so that we can start enclosing in this way. So yeah, this beautiful wall made out of cotton soap, horse soap, reindeer soap, alpaca soap, reindeer soap, dog soap, all kinds of different soaps mixed together. Just carving this construct towering above the world out of soap. Mostly cottonseed soap, but also other kinds of soap. Gibbon soap at some point, I hope. Kitchen. Right, just prepare some lavish meals and repeat that. We've still got plenty of drinks, we've still got plenty of plans. Yeah, we got more seeds. What we probably want to do is make some potash as well. Potash would be really useful because we can use that to fertilize our crops, which will give us more. We'll get more cotton basically. We'll get a lot more cotton when we grow it. So we'll have more cotton that we can use to make, just to make all the junk that we're making. Who's that dwarf who's processing? Who's that dwarf who's processing plants? Plant processing is this guy here. Oh, he's our current trader. He doesn't need to be trading anymore. No trader needed. We've already finished trading. Our plant processor is our trader. Okay. Yeah, the merchants are leaving for their journey. Maybe they'll tell their fellow people who they meet on their travels about the strange fortress they saw, made out of white material, the stank of boiling meat. The strangest fortress I'd ever laid eyes on. Alright. It's starting to look more like a fortress now, though. We're starting to get, like, the shape of a fortress can be seen. Hopefully they bring some alligators back when we got some more stuff to trade. We'll see. I'm going to lock the geese inside the room again. We got plenty. We're just waiting until our geese grow up, and then we'll slaughter a bunch of them, and then we'll do the same thing again. We're still making soap from oil. Okay, so that's all that there. Migrants still haven't arrived. We still haven't had a migrant wave arrive. So we still only got like a handful of dwarves at the moment. I didn't check the civilization map. Who are we a member of? What is the name of our civilization? Holdings. Oh, okay. So we come from all the way up here. Is where our dwarves come from. So our civilization is called the Hopeful Spikes, and we're all the way down here. I think that's who we are anyway. Oh, the Salve of Stroking. Okay. Yeah, so our dwarves actually come all the way from over here, and we've settled a fortress all the way down here. You can see where our previously abandoned fortresses were, by the way. There's one here, there's one here, there's another one here where we've previously tried to make a fortress. But yeah, we're all the way down here. I don't know if that's going to affect how often migrants arrive, but we should get migrants. I mean, we are from a civilization that's pretty populous by the looks of things. It's chugging a little bit because I looked at the civilization screen. That's why it's lagging. Alright, I need to build like a bridge, and I want to build it here. Like a grand bridge. We're going to need 6 soap for that. We got some black-handed gibbon soap. Yeah, black-handed gibbon soap. We're going to make a bridge out of black-handed gibbon soap. Actually, is that... I don't know if I'd build that right. I'm just going to quickly do it again. It's going to be here. Black-handed gibbon soap. And that's going to be the entrance to our fortress. Or at least it's going to be one entrance to the fortress. But yeah, we'll have a dwarf come and build that soap bridge, the second one in the fortress. We'll hook it up to a lever so that our dwarves can close it, and then we'll have an area where we can keep the, we can hopefully potentially keep out any nasty invaders, or try to at any rate. We don't have any kind of defensible fortifications or anything like that. We just have walls made out of soap. We need a lot more soap before this is in any way defensible at all. Alright, we back? Yeah, sorry about that. I think we're back. I think the internet went down for a second then. Yeah, I just lost my connection for a second then, but we're back. We're back with it. Okay, nothing's really happened, honestly. It's been pretty tame, all things considered. Okay, I think we're back anyway. This guy's got so much cotton thread here that he just needs to constantly be processing. Yeah. Quarry bush leaves, yeah. You're fine to cook those. Alright, I have no idea whether I'm live or not now. I don't know. Is there anybody in the chat? Can anybody hear me or see me, or is just like say anything? Sorry, I have no idea whether I'm back live again yet or whether I'm still just disconnected. I think I'm back. It's saying I'm back. I hope I'm back. Probably going to wrap up in a bit anyway, to be honest. I've gotten the basic skeleton of what we needed to do sort of started. It should be more interesting next time we go, because we'll have hopefully some more action. We'll have some more of the fortress walls done. We'll be building more of the kind of general structure of the fortress a little bit, and just doing all that other kind of stuff. But yeah, I think it's probably a good idea to wrap this up in a second. I'm just going to let them build this bridge here, the Black Gibbon Monkey Soap Bridge. We should try and make as many different bridges out of exotic soaps as we can. But yeah, that's a pretty good one to start with. We turned one monkey into a bridge that big. There's one small monkey into one very big bridge. And we've had the migrants arrive as well. We finally got the migrant waivers here. So yeah, we've got the migrants in the fortress. We've got all that good stuff going on as well. Okay, yeah. The Company of Shell, a farming guild, has been established. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. We're going to have to build a farming guild hall. They're going to demand a farming guild. Let's see how many migrants we've got arriving today. 3. Okay, we've had 3 migrants arrive. And we've also had our first guild demand being set up. They want to establish a farming guild. So we're going to have to acquiesce to that. But we do have some more dwarves. We're going to be able to make them into all sorts of useful labours. Yeah, I guess what we'll do real quick is we're just going to appoint some of them to be managers and all that kind of stuff. We'll just quickly commit those. Go to N. We want a bookkeeper, so we'll assign Asob here. He can be a bookkeeper. And then we want a manager. This milker here, Nomal, can be the manager. So I'm just going to assign those. And then we're going to assign them these offices that we built ages ago for exactly this purpose. So yeah, we'll just do that over there. Throne room or study, assign that, and then we'll give that to the manager. And then we'll assign this throne room or study, and we'll give that to the bookkeeper. Then we'll go to here, we'll go to the bookkeeper, settings, highest precision counts, and then that means that he'll tell us exactly how many stuff we've got in the fortress once he's had a moment to sit down and just assess the situation. But we'll know exactly how much of each kind of different thing that we've got in the fortress we have, which will make it a lot more easier to plan and carry on and build the fortress and make it into a truly great fortress. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Why do we... Kitchen? I thought we had plenty of seeds. Got like 100 cotton seeds. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there anyway. We've done a fair bit in the fortress now. We've built what's the start of a wall. We've built our entranceway. We just need to finish enclosing that space, and then we'll have the start of what could be a fort. But we'll save the game here. I'm going to leave it at that for now. But thank you for everybody who watched today. I know it took a little bit for us to get started, but we did get there in the end. Also, thank you to everybody who followed and also to everybody who subscribed today. We'll be back with something tomorrow. I don't know whether it'll be Dwarf Fortress, it might be something else, but we'll definitely be streaming again tomorrow, hopefully. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, then hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. But until such a time, we'll leave it there. I'll see you guys again later. Yeah, it was fun. It's it'll pick up a bit hopefully, but yeah, it was a good start. But yeah, I'll see you guys later and have a good one and have a good night. Oh, and also thank you to everybody who was so kind in asking about how the dog was doing. She is doing a lot better. I'll go take some photos of her tomorrow, and I'll post them in the Discord as well. So if you want to see how she's doing, then I'll put some pictures in the Discord tomorrow for that. But yeah, thanks everybody, and I'll see you again next time, whenever that is.